Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome. Running a tournament in like 5 minutes, so just wanted to hop on stream and get everybody ready for that. Make sure you log into your BattleFi. You still have 5 minutes to register. I'll be making pairings for round one in like 5 minutes, and then we will start the tournament. It'll be fun. I'm going to be using a pretty exciting team today. I don't really want to like spoil my sets since it is closed team sheet, but I cooked it up literally this morning, y'all. So very exciting stuff. Just have to lock in and make sure I'm playing good because I'm not using any Pokemon in that top 30. So it'll be a little bit tough for me. But at the same time, some people dropped and I'm excited to use what I am using. Just want to make sure everything is set up correctly. It's why I hopped on just a few minutes early. But yeah, very exciting stuff. Excited to get the tournament going, and then we will all be chilling, guys. How's everybody doing today? I know everybody's probably getting logged in to their stuff here. We'll see if you guys have any issues with your opponent not showing up for round one. We could try to get that sorted out and get those players dropped early. Just a quick tournament today. I'm going to be filming a video later, so I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a good fucking Sunday. We got a coffee. We got our candle lit, and everything should be all chilling and all good. Let's see here. Make sure I got my stuff going here. Going for the win today. Good shit, Dabrowski. Yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm ready to get it popping. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this all myself. I set everything up earlier, but let's see here. So we'll be getting those pairings out in like 3 minutes. So make sure to lock in, get logged into all your stuff, and then if your opponent doesn't show up within the first 10 minutes, you can just take the match win, report it as a match win. And it is KingVGC. Yo, what's good, Cody? How you doing today, man? Also, Dwalski, how you doing today? Jenny, how you doing? Yeah, I'm excited to see what y'all are cooking up for this tournament. I'm just chilling. I put a team together like last minute. I was gonna run what I just ran on stream last week, but then I was like, well, everybody already knows my sets, and everybody's gonna know my sets anyway from the stream. But I'm excited to play in one. I'm not really too confident on how good I'm gonna do, but you know what? We're gonna try to win. That's what you try to do when you run a tournament, when you're playing in a tournament. Chillin' dog, you cooked? Hell yeah, bro. I tried to cook with what I had, man. I tried to cook with what I had, but we'll see exactly how it's popping down today. Gonna go to the beach tonight, get some filming done. Gonna go to the city. My boys in the tourney also cooked. Hell yeah, bro. Hopefully everybody's ready. Hopefully we don't have too many people that don't show up, but if we do, it's all good, guys. We do these tournaments bi-weekly for anybody wondering. It's always like a kind of a thing where I would like to do them every week, but it is sometimes like a lot on my schedule and everything like that. But I do have a video rolling out for y'all later. Should have one tomorrow. Beach is gonna be work hype though. Like, I love the beach. You know, you gotta love the vibes at the beach, but it's gonna be working. And yeah, I'm really excited. Me and Poon cooked up the Pokemon Champion remix song, so get excited for that. It's gonna be a still haven't decided if I run Trick Room or Flow at Balance. Well, you got like 2 minutes, Abdullah. I'm not sure if Craps is in here today. I was really busy and I didn't really get too much time to communicate with him, but hopefully he is free. But if he's not, it's all good, guys. I got the seeds. I'm ready to go ahead and pair the brackets. I'm gonna pair them in about 1 minute, y'all. So if anybody's still registering, put it in the chat now. I'll give y'all like a minute. Yo, what's good, Janiku? Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited to play. I'm not too confident in my team, but you know what? We got some pro strats. Let's just see what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and seed the tournament right now. So let me just go ahead and get everything good. Looks like we got 28 players. I'm excited to go ahead and get this shit seeded, and let's get it started, guys. Just gotta poo, yo, you can poo while you're playing, man. Okay, so round one pairings are up, guys. Panda, I just paired it. Registration just closed right now. I can see on my screen because I got the like tournament setting things up. But we'll do another one like 2 weeks from now if you want to get in. But I did just pair everything. So everything is up. Round 1 pairings are up. Looks like I'm going to be going up against Trafalgar Law. Yo, what's good, Fo? How you doing, man? So let's get into that chat. I'm going to say, yo, man. Let's see if he's playing today and if he's joined. And then we're going to get started, man. Yeah, it should run smoothly. We're doing closed team sheet today, so it should be a lot easier on everything like that. And then let's see if our opponent is going to show up here. And if not, if my opponent doesn't show up, we'll go ahead and stream some of our members first, and then we'll just get it popping from there. But I'm excited to play. Let's see if our boy here is going to show up. He hasn't chatted back yet. But, yeah, we will find out. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Yo, what's good, Sarcy? How you doing? Still don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I tried, dude. I think I remember it's like Sorrow C. But either way. You got 10 minutes. I'm using a Mega Kangaskhan team. That's like what I'll disclose on it. But Mega Kangaskhan is like number 31. Your bracket's not up, YOLO. We'll go ahead and try to refresh the page and see if it is popping. Let me refresh my page. Make sure everything's going good. Matchup's not up. Okay, wait, hold up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Oh, there we go. Just started it, guys. So you guys should be able to see your stuff now. And then let me know if you're seeing it. I can see mine now. Let me go. It's up for you now? Okay, bet. Yeah, so pairing should be up right now, guys. I just didn't click start, so that's my bad, guys. And you guys know I'm doing it myself, so we gotta lock in, see where we going. I'm gonna see if my opponent is ready, and then we're gonna get cooking, guys. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, in the meantime, I don't know, just let me know one thing that you're excited about to do on this Sunday, other than this tournament, bro. We gotta have a good day, regardless of what's popping down. I'm just waiting on my opponent, seeing if they're going to show up. And then, yeah, let's see. Looks like they're not here yet, but are we limiting how long these games take to start? I would say after 10 minutes, just let me know, and we'll give you the win on that. Because last time we had a bunch of like issues with people taking like 20 minutes to start their matches, and it just kind of drug on everything. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit more tighter nowadays. So most matches do take 15 minutes. So if they're not there in 10 minutes, it's kind of like, okay. So take the win on that. A win's a win, and we take those. So I'm just trying to see. My guy is still not here yet. So we'll just wait it out, and then we shall see. So I think if my guy doesn't show up within the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'll probably just go and stream somebody else's. I could pull up and stream somebody else's in the meantime. And then when my guy does show up, we should be all good. If he shows up. Man, is anyone up for trading? Oh, man. So trading, yeah, you could always go in our Discord, pinned in the chat, and then you could go and trade requests, and whatever you're looking for, you could go in and get what you need. But let's go ahead and throw somebody else on stream in the meantime. Let's throw... Let's throw Cheesy on, one of our last guys. I don't know if Cheesy's here yet. Okay. It's like we're a little bit of some people being late, but you know what? It's all good. Do you want to just make a room code? Okay. So they haven't started yet. Let's see what else is popping down. Let's take a look at Tell. Okay. Tell won our last tournament. So let's go ahead and put him on stream for the time being while I'm waiting for my match. And then we'll see if my guy shows up. And then we will be dropping people that don't show up, just so that we're able to get as many like good matches where people aren't dropping and just like not getting to play their matches, because we're only doing a top 4. I want to try to make it a little bit more fair. So if your opponent's not here for like round 1, where you just go ahead and drop them immediately, just let me know what's popping on. Let's go watch Dabalski and Tell's battle here while I'm waiting for my guy. And I don't know if my guy is showing up, so we might just take the win, which is a little bit unfortunate. Tell is running a fucking Mega Pyroar, it looks like. Yo, that's lit. Let's see what what Dabalski's running. Charizard Mawile core is very cool. With the Farigiraf as well. And yeah, good luck to everybody starting out. And let's have a good, fun tournament, guys. And then we'll see it. Yeah, YOLO, it's going to be 5 rounds. We're doing a top 4 after. The thing with the top 4 is just try to make sure that you win as much as possible. I mean, I know it sounds simple, but top 4 means that there's going to be a lot of X and 1 players that don't quite make it. It's all going to come down to your resistance at the end of everything. Reason it's got to be a top 4 today is because I do have a lot of stuff to do tonight. But at the same time, guys, I wanted to come on and run a tournament. We try to do them every other week. So let's see. It's going to be Aerodactyl and Mawile into Pyroar and Sylveon. Now from Tell's side, he's got a lot of damage pressure with that Pyroar. Definitely like could get an instant clap on the Mawile, but paired up with Tailwind, we actually are not sure how fast this Mawile is going to be. Maybe it does outspeed the Pyroar. Maybe it's got some hidden techs. Obviously, it can one-shot the Sylveon, but I'm not quite sure how this is going to play out. Yo, what is good, Jenny? And if anybody's struggling to get their if anybody's struggling to find their match, just let me know right now. We'll have a little bit of grace in round 1 with it, but definitely want to make sure that things are running smoothly. But my opponent is not showing up. So we're watching Tell's match. Round 1, Tell won our last tournament with a Glamora. So let's see what he's got going on. He's going to switch that Sylveon out into a wait, no, not the Sylveon. I'm going to switch a Pyroar out into a Basket Legion. Not wanting to take a Rock Slide. Do regions matter in this? No, not quite as much. Wide Guard comes out from Aerodactyl. So we're going to see if the Hyper Voice is going to get blocked or anything. Sylveon does go for a Yawn into that Aerodactyl, calling the bluff on the Mawile. Let's see what the Mawile decides to go for. It's going to be a fucking Swords Dance. God damn. Okay, so Mawile is getting very scary. Aerodactyl will fall asleep next turn if it's not careful. So it's something that Dabalski has to be careful on. But this Mawile is now going to be extra, extra, extra scary. So definitely something to be careful of here for Tell. Actually, no, for Tell to be careful of, because Basket Legion can get one shot by Sucker Punch now. Sylveon can obviously get one shot by Iron Head, and if a Tailwind comes through, it's gonna be bad. What is a Chota Beam? I've been seeing y'all say this. I don't even know what that is. Sylveon's gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here. Looks like Aerodactyl's gonna come in on the side of Tell to go ahead and see what's popping down here. Let's see. Tailwind comes out from Aerodactyl, so saying I'll let my Aerodactyl go to sleep as long as I get this Tailwind up. And then we're going to see a Play Rough onto the Basket Legion for a one-hit KO. So Tell immediately on the back foot, just calling the bluff on that Sylveon. Sylveon wasn't really in a good spot to do much damage anyway, but now with the Tailwind up, we're going to see just how fast this Pyroar is, because now Pyroar can come in. It can one-shot this Mawile, but it might be a little bit interesting. Itachi, yo, what's good, dog? What's good, Tokamon? Everybody, welcome in. Tokamon, if you're still playing today, try to lock in, get it. I don't want you to miss it. You got 10 minutes at the beginning of each round before you'll get the loss. So, used him as a meme or something on him size. Let me look up who you're talking about. I just dropped my remote on the ground. Looks like my round 1 opponent didn't show up, so I'll start out 1-0, unfortunately. But it kind of does hurt my resistance because they're probably not here, and I'll have to drop them, so they'll technically go 0-5. Mega Pyroar is on the field. Now, we know that Mega Pyroar is absolutely lit. Pyroar is just going to protect, though. Interesting. Do you get heart attacks before clicking moves like Play Rough, Hydro Pump, Meteor Mash? Yeah, I get heart attacks every day regardless. I drink a lot of caffeine, So it's just kind of part of the grind. Let's see how this is going to pop down. So Aerodactyl matches the Tailwind. Incineroar hits the field, has fake out pressure this turn. Neither Chick-fil-A Sandy or my matches are being paired. Let me check it out, Cody. I see your match. Yeah, what do you mean? Chick-fil-A Sandy. Who the fuck is Chick-fil-A Sandy? Wait, let me look. What is I actually see that too. The Drunkamon, Tokamon, and Chick-fil-A Sandy should be playing. It looks like they're in the match chat though. It's an Indian cartoon, so I was surprised. I just take memes off of like Reddit and like Google and stuff like that. So it's probably just something that I saw. Sucker Punch goes out into Pyroar, but Pyroar actually lives. Aerodactyl flinches, and Heat Wave comes out and misses the Incineroar. Oh my gosh, a double miss in round 1. That is extremely unfortunate. Let's see what's popping down. Something happened. Swiss. Let me look. Looks like Solaire is having a match dispute. What is Solaire? If you could just give me a rundown of like what happened. I could try to help you out best I can. Where the fuck is the thing at? Okay, here we go. Wait a second. Yo, that's crazy. Throw Chop comes out into the Aerodactyl, and Tailwind peters out on the side of Dabrowski. Trying to figure out something real fast, guys. Shoot, if I wasn't working, I'd love to do tournament. Yeah, just quit your job, bro. Looks like there's a little... Okay, so, Solaire, you could just go ahead and take the win. I'll give you the win on this one. And then we'll go ahead and drop Crip Jesus. Let me start making a little list of people that... Crip Jesus. Of list of people that are going to drop. Because I also didn't get into my match. That way, the rest of the thing runs very smoothly. But yeah, you're good with a round 1 win there. And then I'm also going to go ahead and make sure I'll give myself the win on this one. We'll drop him. And then we'll go ahead and drop your round 1 as well. Okay. Cool. And then let me know if anybody else... okay, Cody, yours didn't show up. Jeanette's. Okay. Go ahead and give you a win. Drop them. And this way that everybody that is playing should have a match by like round 2. I just need to know if anybody is not showing up. Bunny, everything's going good so far. You know, round 1's always the sketchiest round. Just trying to get everybody who's not showing up a no-show. And then we could continue on with the tournament. So things are going to be good. Okay, bet. Cool beans. I'm just handling stuff on my side to make sure that we got everybody playing, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so these guys are playing. Dabrowski, Tell are playing right now. Graham playing. Quinn playing. Cool. Cool. Okay, it looks like everybody should be playing who's playing. It looks like we also got our round 1 done. We'll go ahead and pop up another stream match in just a second. Yoshi's playing right now. Let's go ahead and get Yoshi on stream just for the time being here. And then I think I would have to say that I'm going to be honest. I think Dabrowski could have won with Heat Wave. Oh my gosh, so he just choked. Sorry, I wasn't really as locked into the first round. I'm just trying to make sure that after round 1 we have enough time, like everybody's able to play their round 2 opponent. I definitely want to make sure that I'm playing. So I'm just trying to drop people that are no-show, and then we will move on. So let's go ahead and join in Yoshi's battle and see how that is popping down. Just so that we keep things moving, y'all have something to watch for a second. And let me just make sure everybody else is playing. Cheesy. Looks like Cheesy didn't show up today. Unfortunately. Mint, are you in the chat? Shuckalicious, the Discord below in the Sunday tournament section, that's where I post all the information about when we run tournaments. And then, yeah, from there, we do them like every other week. So probably won't be one next week, but there'll be one this week. Yo, is Cheesy out there? I just want to make sure, because I don't want to drop Cheesy. Cheesy's the last person I want to drop, but I also think he might have gotten busy today because I haven't seen him in the chat. Yeah, I think Cheesy is gone. I think my team... Looks like Yoshi's going to lose round 1. Unfortunate for Yoshi. I wonder... I didn't catch his team, but... let's leave this room. I might not be able to play all my matches because I have to go get a haircut. Abdullah, all good, man. The tournament should be, like, relatively quick, like, just, like, 2 hours or so. I'm going to go ahead and give Mint the win, and then we will drop Cheesy. Unfortunately, we're going to... Sorry, Cheesy, if you just made it in here, but Cheesy did not make it in. Mint's going to get the win for round 1 there. They're playing right now. And Tokamon should still be playing. Let's go ahead and hop in Tokamon's room ID because it looks like they were the last ones to start. And then everybody who did not show up should be dropped at this point. So we will have a good rest of the tournament. Everybody should have a match to play. And if you're going to have to... if you're going to have to dip out, just let me know so that I don't pair you into somebody else. And then we have a like an issue in that way. This is tournament number 3. So let's see what Tokamon's popping down with. I'm excited to play in my first match. Okay. So it looks like they pretty much just started their match. Tokamon, in the like for the rest of the rounds, try to be there within 10 minutes because he could have flagged you as a game loss, but let's just try to like when the pairings go up, 10 minutes, and then we want to keep things a little bit tighter so that they don't get... Because last tournament, we had people like starting like 20 minutes after the round, so we want to try to make sure that doesn't happen. So that there's less downtime and everything like that. But we're going to have that Charizard and Garchomp lead into... currently, a Politoed is on the field next to a Incineroar. So pretty good matchup here. We'll see. The Charizard's going to want to switch out to reset that Sun. Going into the Farigiraf. Okay, stop out, fake out, or anything like that. Incineroar actually going for a Protect, though. Looks like a Perish Trap team coming out from the side of Chick-fil-A, as Dragonclaw does go into that Incineroar. And let's see what the Politoed's going to want to do. It's going to be a Weather Ball into this Garchomp, trying to pick up a knockout. Not quite going to get the knockout, but 3 or 5 more for the Grand Championship. I was thinking 8, because I was thinking with 8 teams, it'll be like a top 8. And all the people that have won tournaments will be in that. And I think that would be really cool. Because right now we have 2 Grand Champions. And then everything should be all good from there. So Rockslide does come out from this Garchomp, fishing for some flinches. Gets good damage down on the Incineroar and the Politoed. Gets a critical hit on Incineroar, so definitely intimidated there. And then Perish Song does come out. Let's see if it's going to be a parting shot, maybe into that Gengar. Perish Song is a little bit odd right here. It is going to be a parting shot. Just it's a little bit odd because the Gengar isn't Mega Evolved yet. Yeah, Tokamon, but it started at 12. So, yeah, I pop on like right before tournaments. That way I could like stream the whole thing. But no worries, bro. Just like, you know, for the rest of the tournament. Because it looks like your opponent was still playing here. But you're all good. Focus on your match, bro. Don't be chatting right now. You gotta lock the fuck in. So Togemon is still having the availability to switch out right here, which I think could be important. Try to get that Charizard back in, maybe. Maybe on that Farigiraf slot, but not being trapped in here is important before you go ahead and do get locked in by that Gengar. So definitely want to make sure that you can get out of the trap as efficiently as possible. I was also thinking about running Perish Trap today, but I didn't have enough time to put my team together. So we're going to be running Mega Kangaskhan. It's going to be fun. 5 fake outs plus Perish. Yeah, no, legitimately, yeah, every Pokemon except Politoed on the squad in Gengar has Perish Trap. So no switching out. Gengar is going to go ahead and lock everybody onto the field right now. Yo, it was a great idea, Itachi. Gengar's going to go ahead and protect here. And then we're going to see what the Politoed's going to want to do. It's going to be a Dragon Claw going in to that Gengar slot. And Perish Song comes out again. Trying to lock in what was going to be switched in, but Togemon not letting that happen. As Thunderbolt does come out and knock out this Politoed with a critical hit, I believe. No critical hit, just a pretty good damage roll. Is the Mega Scrafty design tough? It's alright. Gengar, so I'm actually doing top 30. I kind of gave up on the top 40, bro. I couldn't figure out anything, but Gengar is actually 39 right now, which is crazy work. Pyroar also dropped out of the top 30, but I decided not to use him since I used him for the majority of the week. I wanted to give Kangaskhan some love. What can I say? I like Sun teams more myself, but Rain teams are also very good, especially right now with like Swampert and stuff like that. You got a lot of flexibility, a lot of options, and I just dropped my fucking phone on the ground, so it's all good. But yeah, surprisingly, no, it's not in the top 30, so it's a little bit different. There's a lot of Pokemon that you would think are like way more used than they actually are right now, and it's just interesting to see how they are functioning themselves. So, okay, this is going to be the last round in round 1, I believe. And then I think we still, after dropping players, it still should be around a 23 to 24 player tournament. So we'll still be doing 5 rounds of Swiss. Round 1 is also a little bit tough just to make sure everybody's doing good. Looks like we're going to see a Rock Slide here. So it's going to be Gengar and Tinkaton versus this Farigiraf, versus the Charizard in the back. And whatever Togemon's last one is. Tinkaton also is down very, very low right now. So I would say Togemon's in a relatively really good spot right now. Even though Garchomp and Farigiraf are about to go down this next turn and Double Protect can come out. We're just going to have to see what happens. No worries, Armaboza. Everything's all good. We do them like, bi-weekly. So if you couldn't make it in this time, we'll do them in a couple weeks and things will be good. So looks like everybody else is finished for round 1. And then this is going to be our last match, getting down to the nitty-gritty of it. Could potentially set up the Trick Room here if you do have something like the Charizard in the back, which will underspeed that Gengar. And then it could be very interesting. Otherwise, I do think a Double Protect is going to come out here to stall out that last turn of Perish Song. And it will be Gengar and a low health Tinkaton versus the Charizard and whatever else Togemon does have in the back. Yeah, I don't believe anything else has been knocked out. A Psychic just comes out, so no Trick Room. And we'll see. So Garchomp's going to go ahead and go down this turn. So is Farigiraf. Really interesting way of playing Perish Trap in this first round. There was a couple turns where it's like he could have swapped out, but Chick-fil-A kind of covered for that quite well as well. Make sure if you want to be in a tournament in the future, you go ahead and hop in our Discord. Guys, also, fucking, we hit 500 people in our Discord, which is ridiculous. And we're very close to 5,000 subscribers, which is fucking crazy. So I could really see something like a Weather Ball come out from this Charizard into that Gengar slot right now, and then something like a Scald or an Icy Wind just to top off that Tinkaton. Just have to be careful that you it'd be very hard. I think it's looking very tough for Chick-fil-A because the Perish Trap mode only works if you're going to be slower. And Milotic's going to be the slowest Pokemon on the field unless Tinkaton is trained very slow. And you could easily get the Tinkaton gone within the next couple turns. I would like to see not relying on I would like to see not relying on something like Heat Wave right now. Maybe like opting for a Weather Ball, just to make sure that you're hitting your moves, because every turn is going to be really important when you're going up against Gengar. It's going to be the Shadow Ball, trying to just get the raw knockout on Charizard, but Charizard bulks that out, and Gigaton Hammer also comes out, and it's not going to be enough. Are we going to see a Weather Ball or a Flamethrower? What are we going to see? Flamethrower comes out into the Gengar, and it's going to bring it down to 3 HP. What are we going to see from follow-up from the Milotic? Just the Scald into the Tinkaton, but it does look like Togemon is going to be able to wrap up round 1 here. Just has to go for something other than Flamethrower, so you don't get disabled or anything like that. Go for any move is going to be able to knock out this Gengar. Any move onto Milotic's also going to be able to knock out this Gengar. So I'm not really seeing a way out for Chick-fil-A here. No Perish Song is active. Really need to make sure everything's going to be good. Also, like, Togemon could just use the same thing again. Charizard will go down this turn. Let's see what the Milotic opts for. Is it going to be a Scald? If it is a Scald, that is going to be GG, and Togemon is going to take game 1. It's going to be that Scald coming out, and that is going to be game. We'll go ahead and give Togemon the game win, and that's going to wrap up round 1, y'all. Okay, so very nice. Togemon's going to take the win there. That was a really good match. I like that. Yeah, Flamethrower is cool as well. And then let's go ahead and pair up round 2. Looks like everybody's done. We've dropped everybody that hasn't shown up. We'll go ahead and generate round 2 right now. Let me make sure. Okay, so I don't like this pop-up since I'm playing in the game. But either way, I'm going to be going up against that one Throne guy. Y'all's pairing should be up right now. The crit definitely mattered. It's on the 3% Gengar. But yeah, guys, I'm excited to fucking play, and hopefully everybody out there is having fun. Togemon, good match. It was a really close Perish Song duel, duking out, and pairings for round 2 should be up, guys. And just remember, try to give it like 10 minutes. If your opponent still hasn't shown up, you can go ahead and take the game win, and just let me know if they're not showing up, so that we can keep things running smoothly and everybody can play each other. So going up into my round 2 here, let's see what's going on. Yo, what's good, Mello? How you doing today, man? Bro, Mello, you always come in with the hate, but it's always with a good heart, man. I know it. It's also kind of a beige shirt. It looks white because I got my whole ass candle here and everything. But, okay, our opponent has responded. Let's go ahead and get the code. Make a room. Okay, so my boy here is going to be on stream, that one guy. I'm going to go ahead and make a room for this. And then, guys, you'll be able to see my team for the first time. I will say I'm not too excited about that. Also, nobody actually, yeah. Guys, try not to join in our room. It doesn't really matter since it's going to be on stream anyway. But, yeah, just for tournaments, you don't like to have people in the room. But I just got to have, like, a trust. I can't really do anything about it. I mean, I could kick anybody, but just went over and sent the room code. Can you spare me a Grimmsnarl? I can't get them from recruits. Crest, try to hop in our Discord and try to see if anybody has one that you can get for free. Also, Ancient Wisdom, I hope you have a great day as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop in to round 1 with our opponent. My name is Sean. Okay, he can see my items, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's not stream sniping. We're going to have like an honor code with this one, so no worries there. Let's give him a have fun, bro. Good luck. All right, guys, I'm excited. My team is so crazy. But looks like SARC has a Grimmsnarl. It's going to be a Delphox team. Ooh, I haven't practiced in a Delphox at all. I feel like we could probably just go ahead and lead off with something like Hydreigon. I kind of like that. Hydreigon and maybe Ninetales seems pretty good. Because we have some pressure down. We could also lead off with Hydreigon and Glamora. I just kind of want fake out pressure from turn 1. We could also pack the Hydreigon in the back and just lead off with something like Ninetales. Or Talonflame. Talonflame could also be very good here. Let's lead off with Kangaskhan and Talonflame. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go Hydreigon in the back, and then I kind of also want to pack the Ninetales for this game. I think in specific, the Kangaskhan's kind of sketching me out. I don't know if it's a Mega Kangaskhan or a Mega Delphox, but this is best of one, and we'll see what we can pop down with. Glamora doesn't really seem too good here. Aegislash seems good, not really. So let's just bring our guys and see how the game pops out. I'm excited to play. Our squad's a little bit weak sauce, but we're gonna see what pops down. I haven't played in a tournament since NAIC, and that was a rough tournament, guys. So I'm excited to play in this one. Let's see what pops down. I've also never played in a tournament where I've also been, you know, like announcing on my side. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. OCD's going crazy right now. Let's just lock in and play and try to have a good match. That one guy, 12, good luck. Have fun. It's going to be Kangaskhan and Farigiraf, so maybe leaning into a little bit of a trick room here. Let's be very careful. I think it might be smart. I'm a little bit concerned. I think let's just go for damage on the Kangaskhan, and then we'll fire off a burn into that guy as well, just to kind of stop damage coming in from. He could be scared of Quick Guard, but also like we don't have too much damage threat. Let's just see what he wants to do. His Mega Kangaskhan, our Mega Kangaskhan is going to be faster, and he's going to go ahead and fake out the Talonflame. Maybe scared of a taunt or something like that. But low kick's going to come in. Oh, he's got a Chople Berry. Very cool tech. We'll have to see if it's something like a Last Resort Kangaskhan. It could be a Last Resort Kangaskhan. And he's just going to go for the Psychic turn 1 into the Kangaskhan to go ahead and get that damage down. So I think this next turn upcoming, I think he could switch out. He could do a lot of things here. I think I'm just going to go for the knockout onto the Farigiraf. I think that's probably our smartest play that we could make. He could do a lot of different things here. It's going to be a helping hand into the Kangaskhan. So maybe I wish I would have knocked that guy out. Is it going to be a Sucker Punch coming in? No Sucker Punch. So I think he's going to let the Farigiraf go down here. Is this Farigiraf's actually not too bulky at all? Oh, we just got a critical hit. So we'll see what's popping down here. We're Life Orb Talonflame. So let's find out. Last Resort does come out. He's actually faster than our Kangaskhan. But Talonflame's going to be down for the count for the game. But I actually kind of like our position in Trick Room. Did not go up. Trick Room's a little bit scary for our team. And then, hell yeah. So let's see what's popping down here. We get some damage down. And then I think here, going into Hydreigon, I think depending on what he goes into is probably our best option. Ninetales could also be really good here. Let's just go into Hydreigon. Now, if he goes into Sneasler, that's a little bit concerning. It's going to be the Meowscarada, though. With Meowscarada, I'm not sure if he's running Choice Scarf or not. I think either way. Let's be very careful here. We do have Ninetales in the back. Ninetales could be good. Yo, TD, what's good, dog? I'm focused. I'm locked in. I'm trying to think if I want to go for a Dark Pulse or just a Draco onto this Meowscarada. I feel like Draco knocks out. Let's just go for it. He's going to be faster with the triple axle. Is he going to hit all three of them? Oof. 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 Okay, so he is Scarf Meowscarada. Very scary stuff here. We could be fucked, guys. I'm not going to lie. Because we do know his Kangaskhan is faster than us, surprisingly. As Last Resort comes out and does knock us out. Okay, so probably should have opted to get the Will-O-Wisp onto his Kangaskhan earlier. Scarf Meowscarada is really cool here. and he hasn't revealed a Mega Evolution yet. So I think with Ninetales last, I think we're low-key kind of fucked. Now, if he does have something like Garchomp, or if we get a freeze or something, there could be an out here, because Ninetales with the Never Melt Ice could do it. And Bob Sam, no, this is a best of 1 tournament. Just to kind of keep things running smoothly. TD, we just got absolutely clapped. But yeah, guys, I didn't know what else to do there. I was thinking about switching out Hydreigon, but I was also like, we're Scarf, and he would have to be Scarf to knock us out, and he would have to hit all 3 times. So he did get it, and he did get the hits. So good on him. He might want to switch out Meowscarada here, just have a little bit of a better matchup in a Ninetales later. There's the switch out on the Meowscarada. And it's going to be that Delphox coming in. So we really need a freeze or something on this guy, or we're going to get absolutely murked. And we need it right now. Maybe a double freeze, I think, is our only way through. No freeze. Last resort comes out, and I think we're fucked, boys. All 3 hits on triple axe. I think it's in his favor to hit it. It would be like a 73% chance, I believe. So I'm not too concerned about it. But we are going to take a loss round 1 because this Delphox is about to absolutely clap us. But he played it really, really well. I was thinking he could have been Scarf. It was like in my mind, but I wasn't confident enough to make the switch out. Also, our Kangaskhan being slower than his does suck a little bit. I was thinking that he was more on a Trick Room setup, but it's all good. He played it really, really well. So he's going to go ahead and get the win in our match. And that Throne guy catching the dub. We took a defeat, and our tournament bracket wants us to know it. So GG's, man. Hell yeah. Well played. Okay, cool. So now let's go hop on in somebody else's stream. So we lost our round very tragically. Let's watch, let's try to watch somebody that we haven't watched yet. Let's see. Looks like these guys are just starting up. So let's go ahead and hop into their battle. Very happy with an early 2-0 here for myself. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm 1-1 technically, but okay, let's go ahead and enter this room ID. This match is going to be between Solar X and Mint. And let's see how they're popping down. 0022. I'm setting up, drop the Torn. He's not. I'm setting up, drop the Torn. He's not responding. It's been 10 minutes. Okay, we'll go ahead and give you a win, and we'll go ahead and drop him from the tournament. Trash Panda. Okay, he is not responding. Okay, so let's give Tell the win there. And then I will go ahead and drop him. Cool. Oh, good. No worries there. We got a Mega Sceptile team on the side of Solaire, but we have the Energy Ball Whimsicott. Gonna go ahead and straight up murk the Basculegion from turn 1. Give me 1 second, guys. Sceptile's a really cool option that you could use right now. It's really fast. It gets Earth Power. Got a lot of good coverage. Tokamon lost to Wheel. Okay, that fucking sucks. But Wheel played it good. So Wheelbarrow out here doing good. Garchomp comes in now. It's going to be the Garchomp and the Sceptile pretty much against the world here. Mega Metagross is down, but our Cowdon does look kind of hard to deal with. Depending on how many stamina boosts it has, it does not have any stamina boost yet. Encore does go into the Sceptile, though. Neil, this is not St. Jude's. This is just a bi-weekly tournament that we do here on the channel to have some fun. I'm 1-1, so boys, I might be cooked. I gotta lock the fuck in, stay strapped or get clapped, tote the 9, spray the block, and pray to God every day that you make it back home to mom's. Our Cowdon takes a huge earthquake there. Also hitting the Sceptile, but not very effective, isn't gonna do that much. And let's see, Sceptile is gonna go ahead and go down this turn, so very unfortunate there. So it's gonna be Garchomp against the world, but you know what, it's not gonna be able to knock out both of them. Lost to one of these at the end of last season's ladder. Damn, that's unfortunate, bro. Just gotta stay locked in. Okay, so Looks like our round 2 is going well. Looks like Solaire is going to take a loss into this one. All you need to do is Moonblast, and you could also Encore the Garchomp, then Moonblast next turn, but depending on the speeds of the Whimsicott, you probably just want to go for that Moonblast here. Or the Energy Ball. Either or will be good. Garchomp's going to go ahead and Protect, though. Now you just guarantee lose to Encore. But the Moonblast is going to come out. I tried to run Mega Sceptile team and went on a 4 lose streak at a 1900 elo. Respect who can make it work. Unfortunately, it looks like the Rain team's actually going to pull out a dub in this one. So that's a little bit tragic. But at the same time, you know, we're trying new things out here. We're all doing good. Let's make sure everybody else is still playing. Looks like Gummy Bear might not be responding. Okay, so Gummy Bear might be out. Saru, they are playing right now. Cody is also in his match. Looks like they're in their match. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, if you need to use the bathroom, just like communicate it, you know, with your opponent and everything like that. You know, don't want to give anybody a loss for that. But Solaire is going to go ahead and catch a loss to Mint. Mint's Rain team looks like it's kind of tearing up right now. So let's go ahead and report that as a dub. Good, well played to both of them, though. Looks like that was a close match. And then, let's see here. Maybe we can hop into the tail end of... No, they're probably almost done. Maybe Cody's game? Yeah, looks like Cody's game might be good. Galaxy, yo, appreciate you, man. Yeah, that video, for whatever reason, that one always just... gets a lot of views for it kind of fuzzles me. How many players is top cut this type route? So this tournament's gonna be a 4 top cut. Okay, looks like they just finished. So it looks like our round 2 is pairing up, is done now. Leaves, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the win. Looks like Gummy Bear did not show up. We'll go ahead and drop them. Yeah, we'll drop them. And then we'll keep everything smoothing. Looks like Quen beat Cody. And then Saru just finished up here. So we should be able to get into round 3 very shortly. Let's just see the result between Saru and Aziz. Make sure y'all go ahead and report whoever won. And then we'll be hopping in to our next round. I'm going to go ahead and make a room myself. The freeze was useless. Okay, so it looks like there was some cheese going on in Saru and Aziz's match. Not really quite sure what happened. Looks like they just finished. And then we'll be getting into round 3 here as soon as they report whoever won that. And I think everything else should be good and set up for success here. Okay. Let's see. I'm just waiting on them to report that last match. And then we'll see what popped down. Well, I got you. Who won? Okay, there we go. Aziz got it. GG's, boys. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into round 3 now. Generate round 3. Okay, pairings are up. We're going to be going up against Chick-fil-A this next round. So Chick-fil-A's been features on stream quite a few times now. Yo. I'll go ahead and make a room for this one. Oh, Sarsi reported as a loss. Wait, hold up. Let's see. Let's go back. We're going to actually reset. Hey, guys, we're going to reset for a second. Won my game, but it was reported a loss. Let's go ahead and reset that to make sure that's accurate. Okay, so I got you. We're gonna change the score. Reset. Score. Okay, cool. All right, now we're good, guys. Let's go ahead and go into round 3. Easy fix, no worries, guys. Okay, repairings are up right now. Abdullah, no worries, brother. We're going to be going up against Leaves. So let's go yo. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a room for this one. Leaves 2019. Let's get it. Code is going to be 2419968. That is on the screen. Yeah, no worries, guys. If there's ever any issues like that, just make sure we get it. It was an easy fix on my part, so don't stress it at all. And let's go ahead and hop into our match with Leaves here. It's going to be a fun one. So we're both 1-1 at the time, so it should be a fun match. Your pairing should be up right now, so make sure to try to hop into your match, see what's popping down. And then let's see if our opponent is here. And then we'll get into round 3, boys. It should be fun. Should be very fun. Yeah, guys, tonight's going to be a really fun night. Got the KingVGC music video coming soon with Punk. It's like a little side project, side quest that we've been working on. So I'm really excited to do that. And then, yeah, just waiting on Leaves to get here. Give them a few minutes. Might be taking a shit, whatever they're doing. Let's see. Okay, so our opponent isn't quite here yet. Let's see if they're in. Maybe we go and hop into another round. Just watch something for the time being. Let's see. Oh, no. Leaves is in here. Let's go. Say good luck, have fun. And then let's go ahead and pop in. Cool. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Okay, so we lost our round 1. Oh, wait, no, the video's not dropping tonight. We're just filming the video tonight. But save them for when the video does drop. It's going to be lit. TD, y'all save your hype points for that. Looks like we're going up against a Blizzard spam team. Very scary shit coming out here. I think, though, Glamora Talonflame has a pretty good lead matchup. And then we could bring, I think, probably something like Aegislash in the back could be good. Just have to make sure that we're dealing with this King Gambit. Yoshi, let's see if Yoshi is a little bit late, possibly. Made the room. Just give them, 5-10 minutes, and then if they're not still here, we'll go ahead and report that as a win for you. It's Ven. Leaves, good luck, have fun. Let's have a good match here. Chillin'. It's going to be Greninja and Ninetales off the lead, so Blizzard spam is in full effect. Into this lead. Okay, so we definitely got double Blizzards that could be coming out, like, immediately. I think we could just go ahead and Spiky Shield. And then I think just going ahead and setting up the Tailwind is probably pretty good. Even if we do get double tapped and Talonflame does go down, Tailwind here looks nice. But I want a Spiky Shield to get the Ice type out of the Greninja with that Protein so that we have a super effective move into it next turn with our Power Gem. And then we could switch into Kangaskhan or whatever we want to do. As Ninetales is going to go ahead and protect this turn. Spiky Shield comes out from Glamora, so Greninja does look like it is attacking. And we're going to get our Tailwind up to get the speeds in our favor. And let's see what the Greninja wants to go for. It's going to be the Blizzard spam, turn 1. Protein's going to go ahead and turn him into an Ice type. And hopefully we don't get frozen. That would kind of blow. But, at the same time, though, we're having fun. Okay, now let's go for that Power Gem onto that Greninja. And then I think we'll just go ahead and fire off a Flare Blitz into the Ninetales. Now, Power Gem should be a one-hit KO here. If they don't protect, no protects do come out, so we're going to get our Flare Blitz off. Takes the Ninetales completely out. I'm actually surprised, but the Life Orb putting in work on our side on the Talonflame. Our team is very hyper-offensive, so it's not the best, but it's what we have to work with. Talonflame's going to go ahead and feint. And then our Power Gem should be coming out next, and that should also be a knockout, as it does go ahead and knock out that Mega Greninja. So Blizzard Spam has been neutralized. I don't think the crit mattered. Our Glamora is max special attack, and he doesn't get the defense boost from that either. So now I think we can just go into Kangaskhan. We'll save the Egg Slash for later, but with Kangaskhan coming out here, I feel pretty good about this. We have Tailwind up. Sylveon is one of the last guys. Is it going to be Sinistra? No, it's actually going to be Kingambit. So I think here, let's just go for the Sludge Bomb. And then I think we could go for Sludge Bomb and Low Kick with the Mega Evolution. Let's not waste any turns of Tailwind. They could protect either or guy here. They could Hyper Beam. They could do a lot of different things. But we have Focus Sash on Glamora, so I feel pretty confident about this. They have to be Chople Berry to live the Low Kick. No Protects do come out. Sludge Bomb does big damage to Sylveon, putting it in range of potentially Shadow Sneak later. Then Low Kick does come out. No Chople Berry just means that the Kingambit goes down. Do you think they will add Status Orb on the next season? I hope so, because some of the Guts guys will be a lot better with the Status Orbs. But it looks like we're going to be able to take a dub against the Leaves here. Our Hyper Offense team kind of just put in some work. We could just go for a Power Gem and a Sucker Punch. I feel pretty good about it. Let's see if Yoshi did arrive to that last match. Sucker Punch comes out. We didn't have to go for Sucker Punch, but either way, we're all good. Looks like some dude beat Chick-fil-A. Quick Attack comes out into the Kangaskhan, and then Power Gem follows up for the KO. So we are going to take the win. GG. GG. We'll go ahead and take the win here. Well played. Probably just wasn't... I wasn't expecting the Flare Blitz to knock out the Ninetales, but getting that knockout was just huge because it kind of just set us up for success there. Okay, so Ven... Okay, Yoshi did make it in. So it looks like they're about to play. He just got back. Okay. And then let's go ahead and hop into another matchup. Ardosh, we actually had a Mega Scrafty team on our last stream. So if you want to check out that one, we had some good stuff going on there. Let's go ahead and pull up Yoshi and Ven's match right now. Game's just about to start. Perfect. We can just go ahead and hop right into that. And then things should be good. But GG Leaves. Fun match. We are 2-1 right now. So we still are in contention for top cut. But we have to lock the fuck in. We got to win our last 2 matches. And first match doesn't count. We didn't get to play round 1. So 1-5-1. Let's go ahead and join It's Ven's room with Yoshi, and we'll go ahead and hop into their battle, see what is popping down today, boys. But yeah, guys, you know, it's all like doing the tournaments and stuff like that. I know sometimes it could be a little bit janky from my stuff. Yoshi's got a fucking Tyrantrum. I love Tyrantrum. But yeah, it's very fun, and I enjoy doing it. I know it's not always great, but I try my best with it, guys. So appreciate y'all's patience. Diane, how you doing? How are you doing? It's going to be Whimsicott and Scrafty lead into Garchomp and Whimsicott. Garchomp and Whimsicott. So Whimsicott actually puts a lot of pressure on Scrafty from the jump. A simple Moonblast will knock out Scrafty just like that. So definitely got to be very careful on Yoshi's side to make sure you don't get clapped. You got to stay strapped. You could switch into something like the Metagross, but it's just going to be a fake out onto the Whimsicott. Doesn't want to let that happen. And let's see if the Sinistra is going to want to set up a Trick Room or something like that. But Garchomp's just going to go for a Rock Slide. Going to take damage down. Gets a critical hit, looks like, on Sinistra. Did a lot. No, maybe just Life Orb. But Sinistra took good damage from that. And then the Trick Room does go up, so no flinch. And with no flinch, that actually makes things interesting. Because what if the Scrafty has something like Poison Jab? Just go ahead and knock out the Whimsicott. Maybe it's Mega Scrafty can get another Intimidate down onto this Garchomp, really neuter that damage. Get all that HP back with the Matcha Gotcha. But with nothing like a Poison Jab, it could get a little bit funky here. Sinisha's going to go ahead and withdraw going into the Tyrantrum. Not expecting a Moonblast or Earthquake to come out, as Garchomp's also going to switch out. And going into that Floette. I actually really like Tyrantrum's positioning here. I think it's pretty good, as Knockoff goes into that Floette, but a really good switch there. And I think it still might catch a Moonblast. Yeah, Scrafty looks like it's going to go down here, because that's going to do a fuckload of damage. And Scrafty just gets analyzed, but all it really accomplished was getting a fake out and a knockoff off. Now, at the same time, though, this does give Yoshi the ability to go into something like that Torkoal if he has it, which could be absolutely pivotal right now. It could really flip the game with 3 turns of Trick Room still remaining. Check out, see what some of our other matches are doing. Mint took down that one guy, so the guy that beat us, Mint, just straight up beat him. Chick-fil-A lost to some dude, and Sinisha does come back in, maybe hinting that we don't have the Torkoal. Still in a pretty decent spot here, though. Tyrantrum does threaten a knockout on the Floette with something like a head smash. But Whimsicott threatening big damage as well, and with no way of redirecting it, it could get a little bit funky here. Surprised to see the Sinistra coming back in. Might hint at not having quite the right answers. But Floette is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here. Let's go ahead and see how this turn is going to play out. It is just going to be a Matcha Gotcha. Whimsicott's going to go ahead and avoid that, so not taking some chip damage. But Floette takes interesting damage. Floette's very specially bulky. And then the Head Smash does come in. It looks like it's going to be going into the Whimsicott, though. Maybe predicting a Floette Protect, but something as simple as a Dazzling Gleam coming out here could be disastrous for Yoshi, as that Life Orb chip probably does put it in range of anything like that. It is just going to be a Dazzling Gleam, and Tyrantrum is going to get absolutely murked. Oh, Chick-fil-A is dropping? Dude, I appreciate you letting me know. Let me go ahead and make sure that they get dropped. And then, yeah, let me drop them. Cool beans. So Chick-fil-A has been dropped. Some dude takes the win there. And our tournament is shaping up, boys. I think it's going to be a good one. We only have one 3-0 player left. It's actually tightening up. We got a lot of 2-1s. I'm currently 2-1. Tokemon's still in the running. If he can get a win, Ven could get a win here. Rotom, it might be tough to deal with maybe the Charizard in the back, or actually Charizard's probably not in the back. The Basculegion could be an issue once Trick Room's done, but we don't know exactly how this Rotom is trained. Could be Scarf, could also be something like Citrus Berry, just to get as much health back as possible. And the Hydro Pump miss there is actually really unfortunate. Looks like Lesk took out Tell. So Tell, being at 2 losses, probably eliminated from the tournament after winning our last tournament. So very, very unfortunate. We saw Cheesy take a similar downfall, but Cheesy actually didn't make it in today. So both of our champions are pretty much eliminated from the tournament, which kind of sucks. Matcha Gotcha does miss the Garchomp, very unfortunately, as Moonblast is going to top off this Rotom, and it's looking really tough. I don't think Sinisha is going to be able to deal with something like the Basque. Mellow, I can't add anybody to this tournament right now. I'm sorry, broski. Dragonclaw does some good chip. Tokomon lost to Saru. Okay, shit. Let's go ahead and report that as Saru win. And then, yeah, it looks like also Yoshi's going to go ahead and take a loss here to Ven. So, really good. Round 3 is finishing up here. And Solar X is the last one playing, and they just finished up as well. So as soon as they go ahead and report their score, it looks like that was a close game between Beta, Brett, and Solaire. Be interesting to see who won that, and then we'll be hopping into our next round, round 4. Trash Panda will be right back, no worries. Yeah, let's go ahead and see how it shapes up. Let's see who we're going to be playing next. Azura and Aziz are still playing right now. Let's see what happened. Oh, nope, they won. They just finished up here. And then let's see. Okay, all the rounds are in. We're going to go ahead and pair round 4. And, okay, so Yoshi does have a bye for this next round. Oh, I don't know know why my fucking shit does this. And we're gonna be going up against a Wheelbarrow. So yo, I'll go ahead and make a room for this one. I think I'm auto dropped anyway because of score. Okay. Okay. So if you're playing Jericho, you're going to get a win. We'll make sure that happens. We already did. Be moving fast. Jericho, what is your name? Okay, it's Aziz. So we'll go ahead and. Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. Y'all could play it out. Let me go in here. Let's play. Let me get this room ID up. It's going to be 2680. What am I looking at? 807763. Have fun, man. Good luck. Pretty much, if you have one loss right now, it's elimination round. So pretty much an elimination round here. Because I think at X and 2, it might be 1 player, maybe 0 players make it with the top 4. Stream delay. No, it's all good, Jericho. No worries. I'm sorry. Yeah, the stream delay, I do put it on like 20 to 25 seconds. So just so that the graphics are a little bit better and my mic quality doesn't get all fucked up. But Wheelbarrow is ready to play. Same man, let's get it. Let's fucking go. Let's have a good round, and I'm excited. Wheelbarrow is here. Let's go ahead and hop into our battle. Yeah, my team, for anybody wondering, this isn't like a team I would bring to a tournament. This is a team using Mons outside of the top 30. So all these Pokemon are underused, but having fun with it anyway. We're like 1-1. We got a round 1 win because our opponent didn't show up, but it's been exciting. Charizard, Rotom, Garchomp, Venusaur, Metagross, and Sylveon. So I actually quite like what we got going on here. I think we could go something like I think utilizing the Ninetales could be really good. I'm just trying to think of what would be optimal here. We could also go Kangaskhan and Talonflame from the jump just to get that damage off. We do have to be pretty careful. Maybe we could also go something like Hydreigon and Ninetales. Hydreigon has that Draco Meteor. Glimmora is pretty good here, but I don't even know if we really need it. Also, Tailwind kind of does slap, but we also are naturally faster than a lot of stuff. So we could go something like Talonflame and Kangaskhan. Just to be able to get damage off. What's a good for Meowscarada isn't just a Choice Scarf. Focus Sash. Yeah, I think Focus Sash is probably your second best item there. I do like Aegislash in this matchup. Do I want Glimmora here? How much time do we have left? Let's see. Oh, we got 16 seconds. We have to choose fast. Let's go Glimmora. I don't know. Yeah, let's go Glimmora. Let's just lock that in. Actually, fuck Glimmora. Oh, shit. We got Glimmora anyway. Okay. Either way, we're going to be fine. I tried moving the screen. It got all fucked up. And then Either way, I think we brought some good mons here. Let's try to make it work. Mega Metagross would be really scary here, but we'll see what it's going to be. It's going to be a Rotom and Garchomp lead. Rotom threatening Will-O-Wisp off the jump, so definitely got to be careful about that. Little does he know, though, we also threaten Will-O-Wisp. Maybe let's go throw off a Will-O-Wisp, and then I think we could just start taking some damage down with Mega Evolving and getting a Fake Out off onto this Rotom. Fake Out should do good damage for Adamant. And if we can get this Will-O-Wisp off, we will live Rock Slide. Which my kind of philosophy on it is then next turn we can go Tailwind Double Edge into the Rotom. We're going to get our Fake Out off. So it does big damage. And if he is Citrus Berry, we kind of avoid that. As Garchomp just goes for an Earthquake. It is Scarf Garchomp, so it's going to be faster in our Talonflame. But we now know that he's locked into Earthquake. It'll do good damage to our Kangaskhan. But let's hit this Will-O-Wisp. Nice. So we're going to neuter the Garchomp's damage. And knowing it's Scarfed is nice, because now we don't have to worry as much about what it's going to want to do the next following turns. Talonflame still has Gale Wings up. And with the burn, Garchomp is pretty neutered for the time being. Given what we got going on, I think we should probably get this Tailwind up immediately. And then we could switch out. But I think it's more important here to grab the knockout onto the Rotom. That is very threatening because Will-O-Wisp does shut down a lot of our attackers, but the fucking Quick Claw activates. That's not chill at all. I don't like that. But let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to be going for a Will-O-Wisp? He does, and he does connect it onto our Kangaskhan. So very unfortunate Quick Claw proc there. But as you saw in our last stream, it seems to happen to us a lot. So we are going to get this Double Edge off. Let's see if it's enough to knock out. It looks like it's just barely going to miss a KO. So keeping that Rotom around for another turn kind of does stink. But at the same time, I still think we're in a decent spot. If we can power through this Garchomp, yeah, I think we should be fine. We can keep the Rotom around. Do we want to keep the Rotom around, though? I'm not necessarily sure. Let's get a Brave Bird off onto the Garchomp, and then let's just go for a Sucker Punch into the Rotom. Brave Bird does come out with the Gale Wings ability. This should do about 40 or 50%. Nice. Putting the Garchomp in range of another one. I'm willing to break our Gale Wings. No Quick Claw proc means that he has to be going for an attack this turn, and if he does, he will get knocked out to the Sucker Punch, which does come out, and we do pick up a knockout. They need to add Lono's close to the game. Yeah, no, I kind of agree. I like the different styles. Let's see if we live this Earthquake. It's still going to be spread damage. We do live it. Let's see after the burn chip. Yeah, we have 2 HP. So it's nice because we get another turn to threaten down this Garchomp. And since we know he's Scarf, we will still be faster. And he might not be in Sucker Punch KO range, but getting a Double Edge off is still really nice. Charizard does come in this turn. And with Charizard here, I think we can still threaten a Brave Bird and the... Let's just go for Brave Bird and Sucker Punch. I like Sucker Punch. Just because I'm not sure if we're faster than the Garchomp with the Scarf. So I just want to make sure that we do. He is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve because my thought philosophy here is that if we do get this this pairing of attacks off, Aegislash can Shadow Sneak and we'll be able to get the knockout on either the Garchomp or the Charizard. Sucker Punch does come out and does some respectable damage, even burned, and we'll see how much this Talonflame Brave Bird is going to do. Our Brave Bird is coming in strong, and it actually picks up a knockout on the Charizard, so absolutely huge here. The Garchomp's going to remain locked into Earthquake, so it cannot target our Talonflame for the rest of the game. So we have availability of getting Tailwind up again. Now, with the Garchomp locked into Earthquake, we do have to be careful because our Tailwind is about to expire. It does pick up the knockout on the Kangaskhan, but I feel pretty good about what he's got in the back. So Garchomp's burned. He's on a timer. He's got 3 turns left. And with what he has, I think we should probably go into Glamora first because we do have the Focus Sash. So he's going to have to double in, and it's actually Venusaur last. So I feel very good about Aegislash finishing up this game. Tailwind, we do have one more turn of Tailwind. I think it would be important to get rid of the Garchomp and then just try to threaten down the Venusaur and put it in range of our Aegislash. Even if Venusaur has Weather Ball or Earth Power, he's going to have limited turns of Sun. But I want the Garchomp gone for when Aegislash does hit the field so we don't have to worry about it. Is the Venusaur just goes ahead and protects this turn. So I'm putting myself in a position saying that, look, you're not going to be able to break my Glamora's Focus Sash with your Earthquake. I'm going to pick up the knockout, even if we do knock ourselves out to Life Orb and Recoil here. I feel decently good about what we got going on here as we do knock ourselves out. But Talonflame put in massive work in this game with that Brave Bird in the Life Orb. Having the Life Orb on Talonflame back is really nice because Talonflame's so fast anyway. Tailwind does peter out. And I think what we have to do here is just continually attack. He just protected. He doesn't have a way of knocking out our boy. So I think let's just go for the Poltergeist. And then I think we go for a... let's look at our move info. Yeah, so Sludge Bomb is going to do a little bit more damage. So we'll go for Sludge Bomb into the Venusaur as well. And it's going to be the Sleep Powder going into the Aegislash. with that, I actually feel very good about the perspective on this game. Let's go for that Sludge Bomb. It's going to do over 50%, so I feel very good about getting the knockout here. Let's just try to play it safe. We'll keep going for Poltergeist. You're all good, Tokemon. You got that round 1 win. I wouldn't stress it too much, man. It's all for fun. It's all for practice. Energy Ball comes out into Glamora. And I think, though, if Glamora can get that same damage roll, we will just win. But if not, we'll be able to Shadow Sneak, and we will get the knockout on the Venusaur. So, GG, man. Well played. That was a really fun match. I enjoyed that match. Going into Charizard, we're going to get a dub there. And then let's go back to the bracket. Dude, thanks, Wheelbarrow. Well played, man. It was a fun... No, it didn't look like a very bulky Venusaur, but it was fun. It was a good match. Let's go try to hop into the tail end of one other match. Let's see if everybody's playing first, though. Looks like they're almost done. Let's hop into Graham and Mint's match. My second loss gonna drop. Have a good stream and tourney. Cody, no worries. I'll go ahead and drop you now, and then we'll be all good. Dude, thanks for coming out and playing, Cody. What's the tourney tally? Is there any way to check? What do you mean? What do you mean? I was thinking that we could be something for real. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's hop into Graham's match with Mint here. And then... No, don't allow. Okay. 1419. Dude, that was a fun match. I was scared when you got the Quick Claw. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, fuck me, bro. I thought you were going to knock out my Talonflame. But Talonflame would put in massive work, bro. The Charizard going down to the Brave Bird was huge. Because if you got that Heat Wave off, it would have been very close. Let's go ahead and spectate Graham and Mint here. And yeah, let's have fun. Okay, so Pelipper comes in. Our Caledon's already knocked out. Looks like we have rain on rain going on here. A little bit of... so a little bit of clash. So let's see what's popping down here. Let's see if Jericho is playing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead... yeah, it looks like Aziz... Jericho, you're going to get the win. Just let me know if you still want to get dropped. Because we just got to be fair to everybody there. Okay, so Sludge Bomb comes in. Already 3 losses. Fuck. Okay, we'll go ahead and drop Aziz. Should have taken him out sooner. Great turn 1 fake out. Talonflame killed me. Dude, the fucking... my idea was to fake out the Rotom to get the 30-40% and then to double edge it, because I was like, oh, if he's Citrus Berry, I'm fucked. But the Quick Claw, I was like, no, like, what do you mean? But then, like, Sucker Punch coming out onto the Rotom was really clutch, because it, like, kind of went around the Quick Claw thing. I probably should have thought of it, like, a turn sooner, but I think I had pretty good sequencing in that one. It felt good. And the Kangaskhan surviving and hitting the Will-O-Wisp turn 1 was, like, really huge. So it was, like, getting that. And then finding out you were Scarf, obviously. But I think like Rock Slide coming out there would have been pretty bad for me, because it would have meant that I didn't get a Tailwind off. I didn't get no value out of Talonflame, but I was thinking it was probably Life Orb. Jericho, just let me know if you want to play it or if you want to just get on with your day. Either way, it's all good. And we appreciate you coming out. And Aziz playing a few matches too, but trying to get a little bit better at making sure that every round everybody gets to play. And just like everybody's having fun. So just let me know. Surprised people aren't using Grass Knot as a tech move yet. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. I did not expect the Grass Knot. Oh, Jericho played against Grass Knot? Dude, that's crazy. Let me also look at the standings really fast. Sorry, I'm not really commentating over this match. I'm just trying to make sure everything's good. We have 2 3-0 players. I am 3-1. There's a bunch of 3-1 players right now. And these 2 guys playing right now, Mint and Graham, are currently 3-0 as well. But it looks like Mint just took their first loss. And Graham's going to go ahead and win that. So let's see what's going on between Quen and Saru. Looks like they're in a match right now. Let's go finish up our last match here. Yeah, Jericho, just let me know either way if you want to play that last round or not. Enter room ID 4747957. Very cool. Let's see what's popping down with this last match. I didn't get to really commentate over that last match. Guys, when I'm looking over here or I'm looking down here, I'm usually on my Discord or just trying to make sure that the tournament is good. Looks like these guys actually just finished up as well. So we'll honestly just get into our last round, guys. Now, if you are undefeated, you still want to win because we are only doing a top 4. But my arch nemesis... That's not mean, bro. Who's saying we got to do what we got to do, man? I don't like those guys either. So it seems like we should be good. I'll drop to be safe. No point and get ladder practice. Okay, cool. I'll make sure to go ahead and drop you. I appreciate you playing though today, man. It was fun. Drop both of these guys, and then it looks like we're ready for round 5. Now, if you are 3-1, make sure to win. That's going to be your only chance in making that top cut. We are going to be playing Asura in our last round, and the round 5 pairings are up, guys. So let's get it. I'm going to go ahead and make a room for me and Asura, and then hopefully, if we can get a dub, we can sneak into top cut, man. So it should be fun. But Asura is coming for our ass. Room code is going to be... I made a room. No worries, man. 0482. Oh, he's got a room. Okay, he's already got a room ready. Bet. Okay, so 823269 26. Okay, cool. Oh, shit. I put that in wrong. 82326926. Okay, cool. No room could be found. Am I typing this in wrong? Oh, he's crashed. Okay, I'm gonna make a room. I'll make a room, Asura, no worries. Let's go ahead and hop into this. All right, good luck, everybody, in round 5. 9267 7925. Cool. All right, and as we wait for him, guys, let's take a look at the standings really fast. Oh, no standings available. We got 2 4-0 players right now with Quen and Graham, and then we got a bunch of people vying for their top cut spot. I'm actually very low resistance, so I don't think I can make it. But either way, the top cut will be fun. And yeah, let's see what's going on. So Asura is here. Let's get into our battle and see what is popping down. After a little bit of a rough start, we kind of came back. We played good. So I'm pretty happy with myself. Asura's got a Mega Mawile team. So with Mega Mawile, you got to be pretty careful. He also got the Farigiraf. The Farigiraf's really cool. Solar X, no worries, bro. Just go ahead and report your last match as a win. We're already into our last match. 3-1. My only loss is to Graham. Okay, Van, you're in a really good spot to make that top cut. We just got to lock in and get you there, man. I think let's go Kangaskhan and maybe just like leading off with Ninetales could be chill. Tell said he forfeit. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. No worries, guys. This is our last round anyway. Let's go into Town Flame. Yeah, I know it's Trick Room. I just don't really have the greatest options for Trick Room, to be honest. Let's just lead off. Dropping my last match, but thanks for holding. I'll be back for the belt next time. No worries, Trash Panda. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in and giving it a shot. Let's go. I think Talonflame has a really good matchup regardless, but I'm kind of conflicted on how I want to play this. Let's go Glamora, Aegislash, I think. Let's just run out with it and see what goes on. Mega Mawile is scary. Trick Room is scary. I didn't bring the Ninetales. So if he opts to go into the Garchomp mode, we could be fucked. But it's going to be Farigiraf and Garchomp. Hydreigon lead, though, is kind of nice. Here, specifically. I think we could just go for maybe something like Double Edge. And Dark Pulse. I like it. Abdullah, no worries. Go out and watch that movie. Have a great fucking rest of your Sunday, dude. Thanks for joining. Very fun. Very fun time. And then after this match, guys, we'll be streaming that top 4. And then the tournament will be over for this weekend. So we'll have another one in like 2 weeks or so. And it'll be fun. I don't like our lead matchup here, but we do threaten down this Farigiraf pretty hard. We'll see if we want to go... We'll see if we want to go protecting or anything. Double Edge is going to be coming out. It's going to be the Mawile on switch in. So probably should have double dick down into the Farigiraf. But we'll see how this pops down. The Mawile does come in here. We got to be very careful around this Mawile. Definitely got to be careful. Dark Pulse does come in. We have a flinch chance. We do bring the Farigiraf very, very low. But he does have a Citrus Berry. So he's going to block our priority moves for the next couple turns. As Double Edge is going to do good damage to the Mawile with a critical hit, actually, unfortunately enough. With the critical hit, it actually might be in range of another Double Edge, which is something that they have to worry about. Also in range of a Dark Pulse, as the Trick Room does get set up. So, Trick Room's here, and it's here to stay. Hydreigon definitely could switch out here. I'm actually thinking to myself, I think if you're him, you're going to target down the Kangaskhan here. So I'm actually going to go for the knockout onto the Mawile. I'll go to sleep. No worries, Hussein, man. Have a good night, bro. Sleep good. And let's see what goes on here. Now, he obviously could take a knockout on a Hydreigon, but then he risks his Mawile getting knocked out to something like Low Kick or Double Edge. So what I'm thinking here is, like, if I'm him, I might double up the Kangaskhan with something like a Play Rough and a Psychic. Or just go for a Sword Stance. Or no, you probably don't want to go for a Sword Stance. But I'm going to Dark Pulse the Mawile, because I think it'll get it very close to the knockout. Farigiraf switches out for Incineroar to get that fake out pressure next turn. And that Intimidate off. But I'm going to switch out the Kangaskhan. Taking a risk here. Definitely taking a risk here. As that Mawile does go ahead and Mega Evolve to get that big power boost. And with no Intimidate on our field, we don't have a big way of slowing it down at all. So let's see what they want to go for. It's going to be the Iron Head, and it's going to come out into the Aegislash, so a really good switch by us. Let's see if this Dark Pulse is able to get the knockout. Dark Pulse does come out. And it's not going to be quite enough for a knockout, but he is in Shadow Sneak range. We do have to be quite careful of... I think if I'm him, I'm like protecting Mawile and trying to get rid of Aegislash. Yeah, I think he's protecting Mawile. And he's going to withdraw the Mawile. So, he goes into the Farigiraf to soak up the Shadow Sneak here. But I'm actually going for a Sacred Sword, and we're going to be able to get that off. Now, he could knock us out, but we are stalling turns of Trick Room, which I think is really nice right now. And then with the Hydreigon here, even if he is Citrus Berry, which he's not, Incineroar is actually going to go down this turn to Flare Blitz, Recoil, plus Dark Pulse. So we put ourselves back in a spot to where we could bring our Kangaskhan back in, and it's another it's another kind of like mind game kind of thing. Is we're gonna get that knockout on the Incineroar with the Dark Pulse. So just staying strapped with our Hydreigon here is kind of giving our opponent a few headaches. And we could go back into Glamora with the Focus Sash here. We could also go into Kangaskhan. It's a little bit interesting on what we want to do. I think we go into Glamora here. It's actually really tough because the Garchomp in the back is going to be like a fucking annoyance. Let's see. There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. We have Spiky Shield. I think it's probably worth it to try to get the knockout on the Giraffe. And maybe switch into Kangaskhan here. And see if he does finally go for that play rough on the Hydreigon. That's what I'm calling right now. I think Kangaskhan can take 1. It is going to be the play rough. And yeah, we do just take it. Let's see where the Farigiraf is targeting. It's going to be into the Glamora. We have that Focus Sash, though. My philosophy here is if we can get it down to... yeah, if we can get this knockout here, which we do... Okay, this is going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky, but we got to think. Thank you, Bobo B. My girl wants to use Mega Clef. I'm struggling a couple with ideas for her. Pair it next to Garchomp. That was kind of like something that I learned. So we can go for a Spiky Shield here. And then I think we just fake out the Mawile. He has to protect. Actually, wait, no. We fake out the Garchomp. No, we fake out the Mawile. Because he's sucker punching. Oh, it's actually really tricky. I'm gonna double edge. This is so risky. This is so risky. I need to get the Garchomp in range. No! Fuck, bro! God damn it. No, the reason it's fuck is, okay. So it's not over. It's not over, but it's really sketchy now. Because the problem is that we're scarfed. We're scarfed on our Hydreigon. We have to call out what, like, we can't Draco Meteor. We can't Draco Meteor. I should have just faked out the Mawile. I was thinking he was going to protect. No, I was thinking he was going to protect the Mawile, but I knew I couldn't come in and Draco, bro. I knew I couldn't come in and Draco. Let's go for the double Spiky, and then I think we have to Snarl. I think it's our only chance. We need a double Spiky, though. Or we need him to Dragon Claw the Hydreigon, and we need to live. Trust, there was logic to the play, but listen, I'm on pressure right now, bro. I'm choking, bro. I'm choking. We get the double. We get the double. Having trouble building around Mega Lucario. Okay, we hit the Snarl. Where is he going for? If he's going for Stomping, we still win. I feel like he's got to go for Stomping. No Sucker Punch came out, though. Special attack drop, doesn't matter. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay, we gotta hit Snarls. We go for Sludge Bomb. Actually, no, fuck that. We go for Earth Power. Lock in. We can't Draco because the Mawile's still alive. And if he Sucker Punch Glamora, we will have lost. Because we're scarfed. No! God damn it, bro. What the fuck do you mean? Wait a second. No! No, bro! Fuck! Okay. Hydreigon, please! Give us a chance. Okay, Hydreigon. Okay, please. Pray. Pray, guys. Pray. No, bro! Dude, what the fuck? There's the Dragon Claw. And we're cooked. God damn it, bro. GG, Asura. Yo. Cooked, bro. Cooked. No. Yo, GG to Asura, though, dude. They played that shit out. We take a loss, but you know what? Sometimes it's not about losing, guys. Sometimes it's about playing your best. And I think we made the plays that we need to make. I think we should have faked out the Mawile, but I really thought he was going to protect there. No, he actually got the win. So he got the dub. Also, there's lightning outside my place right now. We took a loss. We got eliminated, boys. But you know what, guys? We tried our best. And I think we played pretty damn well. Except for round 1. I think we got smoked unnecessarily on that. But until the last Pokemon, it was a really good battle. Dude, I think we should have pulled it out if we hit the fucking 95% Snarl, man. Shit was unfortunate as hell. We got the double and everything. But no, GG, Asura. Looks like Tell and Tokamon. Okay, let's go ahead and give Tokamon the win for that. Let's see what Mint is going on. They started playing 14 minutes ago. Seems good. Average day in Florida. Yeah, no, for real. Ven and Saru are playing right now. They just finished up. Let's see what's popping down here. Bro, I was so rusty. You triggered me about Brock Frost last. I thought I had it on the double. Dabrowski, you might. We're gonna pair up Top Cut in just a second. GG though. Let me just finish up this communications with him. Okay. Let's go back to the bracket here, boys. Mint and Brett are finishing up right now. Let's go ahead and hop into their room ID, but their battle might be just over. So we'll have a top 4 after this, and it will be best of 3. It's still closed team sheets though, so just beware of that. And let's go ahead and join in their room and see what's popping down here and how close it is and everything like that. Guys, I tried my best with the underused top 30 squad. We did fall. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what pops down. I probably wasn't going to make it anyway in the top 4 because of my resistance. Looks like this battle's still kicking it. It's been a long battle. Damn, it is really storming. I hope my Wi-Fi doesn't go out, guys. That would be absolutely tragic. Swampert's going to go ahead and protect this turn. And then we'll see what else is popping. Arcaludon also protects. So a little bit of stall going on right now. With that Charizard in the back, it's kind of a risky protect, though. To be honest. Yeah, so knowing that Grimmsnarl does have Fake Out, though. Very interesting move. I'm going to let this battle play out for a second just to make sure I'm optimally locked in for Top Cut. I'm going to pee. So don't leave. Top Cut's right coming up next. And we'll do the pairings for that in just a second once this match does finish out, guys. So I will be right back. Give me like 2 secondos, guys. And yeah, sub up if you're not subbed up. Join our Discord if you want to get in the next tournament. It's going to be lit. Peace out. I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. All right, we're back. What's going on? What is going on? Yes, guys, I am in my swim trunks because we got the beach going on, but apparently it's raining right now, so we got to be very careful with how that goes. Well, I was hoping for a nice little sunset tonight, but you know how Florida weather goes. We went 3-2. 5 minutes before a tournament, so I call this a success. Yo, me too, bro. I put this shit together right before. Looks like the Grimsnarl is doing some shenanigans. Down to the final 2 here. Pelipper avoids the heat wave. Our Cowdon's about to get blasted, but it doesn't do quite too much damage. Very specially bulky on the side. And a Raw Hurricane in the sun does land on the Charizard. It's going to pick up the... Ooh, the Charizard's very bulky, but it's confused now. As Deep Pulse follows up, and it's going to be Grim against the World here. So we're going to see if Grim has enough damage into this Archaudon that's now boosted up. Looks like I'm getting 5th or 6th through resistance. Mellow, swim trunks are comfy, bro. I'm excited to be wearing these right now. So, very chill day. Getting a little bit hungry, but guys, I don't have no food here, bro. I don't have no food to eat. So, we're going to be fine. We're trying to stay thin, trying to stay active, trying to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? You always got to be upgraded in your life. You level up in Pokemon, but you got to upgrade in life as well. Our Cowdon's going to protect to keep itself safe as Pelipper is going to be going for this Weather Ball into the Grimmsnarl. And I think Grim is cooked. And yeah, looks like Mint is going to take our last round. And then I'm going to go ahead and get Top Cut paired up right now. So let me go ahead and make sure that that stays good. And then let me make sure I can get this done right, guys. This is my first time doing the Top Cut bracket all by myself, so just give me a quick second. And then, yeah, let's see what's popping down here. Bracket, create elimination bracket, Top Cut. Top Cut's going to be best of 3, guys. And we'll have it starting here at 140. Give y'all a second to go to the bathroom or anything like that. 130. It's going to be 4 players. Best of 3. Best of 3. And then just let me give a second to make sure that we get this all going right. And then we're going to seed Top Cut. By bracket standings. Okay. So let's take a look here. Let me just make sure everything looks right. Let me duplicate this. I just want to make sure that I don't seed this wrong. If I do seed it wrong, I'll do it again. Does that look right, guys? So let's just take a look at the standings and everything like that. It does look right to me. So it looks like, see, do y'all see the Top Cut bracket? Looks like, okay, we got Graham going up against Asura. And we have Quen going up against Mint. I'm going to hop into the 2 versus 3 match between Quen and Asura. Looks like they're both in there. So good luck to all of our Top Cut players. These are going to be best of 3. Mint's going to join in 1 minute. Let's go hop over to the other one, see if they're getting started here or if they're in. Okay, we'll go hop into Graham's battle here. Snubbed out of Top Cut. My only loss is the brother who went 5-0. Fuck, man. I'm sorry. It looks like it probably was the case that the other guys that were 3-1, they also lost to the guy who was 5-0. So that's unfortunate. Next tournament will probably be a top 8. But it was just today, being on like the time constraints that I was on, I wanted to make sure I got a tournament for y'all because it had been a couple weeks. But I'm sorry to hear that, man. But you played great. You played great. Looks like Graham is ready to go, and Asura is coming in. Now, Asura knocked us out. So, very close game with them. So, we kind of know a little bit about their team, but we're not going to reveal anything on stream here. But hopefully, regardless of whether you win or lose, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Nobody's going to remember when you win or you lose. It's all about how you decide to approach it going into the future. What do you learn from the loss that you had? I learned that today, into our first round, we got smoked, and then Hydreigon can't be clicking Snarl, man. Hydreigon's trash, but it's all good. Got a coffee here. We're cooking up with it. But everything should be all good. Hopefully everybody out there is doing good. Asura kicked my ass the hardest of anyone I played. Asura said that he was using that Mega Frostlass a lot. That didn't come to our matchup because of our Talonflame and our Kangaskhan. They have a pretty good matchup into that. Let's go ahead and spectate this. This is Seed 1 versus Seed 4. Graham is 5-0. Graham has not lost yet. Graham could be looking to take the crown. Let's look at these teams here, guys. So we got Hard Rain team, pretty much the team that we showcased on a channel just a little bit ago. Check out the videos on how to beat the Rain comps. Looks like we got a dual Mega with Mega Swampert and Mega Metagross. That Pelipper, Sableye for manual Rain setup and screens. We have Whimsicott and Orcaladon going up against Asura's team. More of a balanced squad with a hard Trick Room mode with Mawile, but then a fast mode with that Whimsicott Tailwind and that Frostlass Mega. So really, really cool there. Guys, for anybody out there that's just joining, this is our first Top Cut match. It's going to be best of 3, closed team sheets. If you want to be in a tournament in the future, make sure to join in our Discord. It's pinned in the chat below. And then subscribe to the channel because it's good luck for you and for me. Appreciate all of y'all. We're about to hit 4,900 subscribers. So that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We're going to stick to closed team sheet vibes. I think it's funner. I think it encourages more creativity and there's less room for error. For y'all, and I just want to keep it fun, keep it light, and like today we were able to do 5 rounds of Swiss in this first hour and 40 minutes, and I kind of appreciate that because y'all know that it's hard for me to stream for long periods of time, so I like to keep it this way. I also like to have videos rolling out for y'all, so streaming for 8 hours isn't really in the cards for me. So we're going to have Garchomp and Farigiraf lead. The tiniest Garchomp that I have ever seen in my life going up against the Swampert and the Sableye lead. So Sableye threatens with Rain Dance. Fake Out is off the table. We don't know what kind of hidden text the Sableye might have. Will-O-Wisp is also off the table for now. So needing to rely on either Rain Dances or Screens or something like that to get everything all set up. Swampert is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, getting that big damage and defense boost, along with that Swift Swim ability, which could be quite important here. Farigiraf's going to go ahead and protect itself from a Wave Crash and a Rain Dance or anything like that. And the Sableye is going to go ahead and get that Rain Dance up to get the Rain up. So opting for no Trick Room. Let's see where the Swampert wants to target, as Wave Crash does come into the Farigiraf, and a really good call out by Asura to start the game, and a Dragon Claw to go ahead and do some good damage down to that Swampert. Really good call. Let's see how the next turn or two shakes out. Are we going to see a Reflect coming in from the Sableye? I don't know if you want to go for that Wave Crash anymore because of how much damage your Swampert's going to take. It's going to be an Earthquake range, and then Sableye could also get chipped down from that. And if something like that Mawile is in the back, Mawile's going to love to see Sableye. It's going to love to see all that stuff. Maybe even sacrifices something in the back to keep that Trick Room mode alive. So we'll see how Asura wants to play this. We'll also see who Graham is going to want to target here. Maybe you do opt to get rid of that guy. But Incineroar is going to switch in. Taking notes from our Rain videos on our channel to get that damage decrease on the Swampert. And now the Swampert is not going to be able to KO this Farigiraf in one shot. So we're going to see what's going to come out. It's going to be that Wave Crash again, but it's going to be straight into that Incineroar. And with all that health, Swampert might be in range of something like a Psychic if that opts to come out here, which could be very interesting. Definitely would be in range, but just going to be the Trick Room setup. And now the Mawile is on the table. If that is the guy in the back, I think it's a good sacrifice to lose your Incineroar to get that damage decrease onto the Swampert. And now the Swampert, even through Light Screen, is probably in range of a Farigiraf Psychic. And then the Mawile can obviously take out the Sableye if it's not anything like the Roselli Berry. Will-O-Wisp cannot come out from the Sableye right now with the Farigiraf on the field, so it's actually a really good position for Asura. The Swampert's going to want to go ahead and switch out, but Archaudon's going to come in its place. So let's see where the targeting is from Asura. Archaudon's a really good switch in here, because not only can you take that Psychic, you'll get a defense boost, which will make Mawile harder to manage in the future. A Swords Dance here would be really nice by the side of Asura if he does have it on the Mawile. But we will see what decides to come out. It's going to be the Play Rough into the Sableye, and that is going to be a one-shot. And let's see if this Farigiraf is going to go ahead and go for that Psychic. So it is going to go for the Psychic. It does moderate damage to the Archaudon, but after the leftovers likely coming out from this Archaudon, it's going to not have as much worry about what the Psychic came out. No special defense drop is nice. And now the Archaudon looks to be in a position to where it's going to be very hard to deal with by the Mawile. Maybe this is where you wish you would have led into that Whimsicott mode with the Frostlass now that the Sableye's gone, but doesn't really have a way of getting rid of the Sableye very easily without the help of the Mawile. Maybe having to opt into that Moonblast Whimsicott mode, but now I just think it might be very tough to get rid of this Archaudon. Its Ven needs Asura's Paste ASAP. I think we all do. Ironhead comes out onto the Pelipper, maybe fishing for something like a flinch or going for this Thunderbolt that could be coming out. And yep, that is going to go ahead and get the knockout onto the Pelipper. And just like that, Graham is down to his final two. So opting to do the strategy of ignoring the Archaudon for now, letting it get off an Electro Shot, but it's not threatening a knockout into either of those guys. You still have the Garchomp in the back, which will still do good damage even with the defense boost. But a simple Protect on the Swampert next turn could help stall out a turn or two. Mawile's going to eat up this Electro Shot pretty well, but it will be in range of another one or even a Flash Cannon from the Archaudon now at that +1 state. So with the Pelipper down, Swampert coming in, I think it's really interesting here. I think if I'm Asura, I probably want to go for like a double Protect play or even a Protect on the Mawile and a Psychic going into that Swampert slot. Through screens, I think it is going to be very difficult to get rid of this Archaudon, but screens should be running out unless we see, yeah, we actually do have the reveal that, I guess we can't reveal it, but you know, if they watch the stream, yeah, the Play Rough is not going to do a lot of damage to your Archaudon. Let's see. Hopefully a Psychic does go target down into the Swampert, as yes, it does, and it does pick up a knockout. So opting for no Protects coming out from Graham this turn, just letting it go down and saying, I think I have enough damage with my Archaudon. And I honestly think he does too, because Farigiraf can't really touch it too optimally. A Psychic we saw did 12%. And Electro Shot will just come out straight into this Mawile. Archaudon's getting boosted up. Trick Room's about to end. And Garchomp needs a critical hit, Earthquake, or a Stomping Tantrum to get the knockout on this Archaudon. And I think that's really what this game is going to come down to. Likely, since Farigiraf does have the Thunderbolt, probably not having something like a Helping Hand. So you can't really go for a damage boost in that way. And a simple Dragon Pulse should be able to knock out the Garchomp. So it's going to be interesting here to see if we got enough damage into the Archaudon or how Asura wants to adjust in the next game. But here we'll find out. It's going to be the Psychic coming in from the Farigiraf, and we're going to see exactly where the Archaudon wants to target down. Should just be right into that Garchomp slot. Yep, and it will be that Dragon Pulse. No Protect on the Chomp, and just a straight up knockout. So we're not sure of the item on that Garchomp, but would have wanted to see a Protect, maybe was hoping for something a little bit different. And that will kind of wrap up this first game, as now the Archaudon's in position to just fire a few Dragon Pulses into the Farigiraf, and even with critical hits, it's going to be game. So Asura is going to lose game 1 to Graham. Graham keeping the win streak alive. A Water-type Elite Four member with all them wins. And we're going to see what kind of adjustments they want to make going into game 2. That Archaudon put on an absolute railing. Just absolutely giving it to the Mawile. Giving it to the Garchomp. Giving it to the Farigiraf. I think Asura needs to bring the Frostlass and position it after the Sableye is knocked out for the best chance there. Yo, what's good, Strings? How you doing, man? These are best of 3 for top cut. For anybody out there, let's check in on our other top cut match and see how that is popping down between Quen and Mint. It looks like they are in their first match still. No score has come out between them, but we're going to stay over here and we're going to see how Asura wants to adjust just to make sure we see the entire play. Also, guys, please leave a like on the streams. The tournaments are a lot of effort for me. I know sometimes I'm a little bit slow with getting everything set up, but you got to realize it's kind of a one-man show over here, so I appreciate all of y'all for bearing with me, and I think this tournament ran pretty smoothly given we're in the top cut right now, and it's like 150. So I want to make it quick for y'all so y'all don't have to consume your whole Sunday, and people that really want to get practice and get some play in are able to play. If you want to join in a tournament in the future, join our Discord below. But let's get my fucking ugly ass face cam. Oh my gosh, let's not do that. Let's get my ugly ass face cam out of the screen and let's look at these teams. Yeah, I think from my perspective, I think you need the Garchomp and the Frostlass to be able to deal with the Archaludon. I think pairing up that Whimsicott could be really, really nice. Farigiraf for blocking priority is not too important in this matchup. There's not a lot of priority coming out from Graham. And yeah. Yeah, dude, Strings, yo, keep the hype points. We're dropping a Pokemon Champions remixed music video next week, so keep your hype points for that, and I would really appreciate everybody to hype that shit up, because it's going to be so lit. Y'all have never heard KingVGC throw down some rap bars, but we got leads out. Swampert and Sableye into Whimsicott and Frostlass lead. Are there any tricky techs like a sunny day or even, I don't know if Whimsicott gets Snowscape or anything like that, but what are we going to see? Leading off with the Frostlass is interesting to me because it leans into the idea that you have to play around the Rain Dance, which I think it could be a little bit awkward here. I would have liked to see a way of getting rid of the Sableye immediately, maybe just trying to fire off that Moonblast into the Sableye, because once the Sableye is down, Pelipper can't really easily switch in and overwrite that weather. But a fucking Poison Jab comes out from the Swampert, and that is insane. Not what I was expecting, but a great tech by Graham. This is why I love the closed team sheets. I know Asura wasn't expecting that. And let's see if this Moonblast is enough to knock out the Sableye. It's actually not. So just the Frostlass didn't get anything accomplished this turn and just got ignored anyway. So now, if you are Graham, do you want to go for another Rain Dance saying, I think you're going to Mega Evolve the Frostlass now and go for a Shadow Ball? Or if you're Asura, maybe you want to protect the Whimsicott and get the Frostlass the fuck out of there, because now this is really awkward. We're really lucky we didn't get the Poison onto the Whimsicott, or that would be a game-changing play. But, Poison Jab, really cool tech coming out from the side of Graham. Really able to just bring that Whimsicott low, knowing it's an issue for the team, and knowing now that we have the Mega Swampert leans into the fact that the Metagross is not going to be joining in on this, and the Frostlass is going to go ahead and Mega Evolving, saying, I don't think you're going to go for another Rain Dance. So let's see exactly what comes out here. Graham doesn't necessarily have to go for the Rain Dance due to the fact that he probably likely has the Pelipper in the back as well. So we're just going to see a Tailwind coming out from the Whimsicott, and let's see what comes out from the Sableye. It's going to be the light screen. So yeah, no Rain Dance, but knowing that you can overwrite that weather again next turn with the Pelipper is also really important. As just a Shadow Ball going into the Swampert, not doing too much damage. I would have liked to see a Blizzard there. I understand it. Now you will be faster than the Swampert outside the rain. You could fire off a Blizzard here, but Asura really covering the chip saying, look, you have to go for the Rain Dance, and I'm not going to miss my Blizzards in this top cut round where I'm already down 0-1. I think, though, however, I think you really need to keep the Frostlass alive. The Sableye going for the Will-O-Wisp on the Whimsicott is really cool, saying that, hey, I can't get a knockout on you this turn, but I can knock you out at the end of this turn if I hit this move. Frostlass goes for a Destiny Bond, but giving up the Frostlass here could be a little bit sketchy. Moonblast does top off the Sableye. It looks like everybody on the field is going to be dying this turn if this Swampert goes for the Wave Crash, and this is why I love closed team sheet. It just has all this creativity, and I know that First off, Asura was not expecting the Poison Jab, but Graham was not expecting the Destiny Bond. He thought surely my Swampert's going to live through this turn, but everybody on the field goes down, and it's going to be a 2v2. Who do we have in the back? As Whimsicott is now going to go down to the burn. I'm thinking if it is the Garchomp, you do have potential because only Light Screen got set up by the Sableye. Not opting for the Reflect that turn, opting to say I need to get rid of this Whimsicott so it's not a nuisance later in the game. It is going to be that Garchomp, thank God, because the Archaudon would be out of hand. And it's the Farigiraf as well. So Farigiraf does threaten a KO into the Pelipper. However, this Archaudon, oh, it's going to be tough. It really just comes down to what we have move-wise on the Garchomp, and if a singular Dragon Pulse is going to be able to knock out the Garchomp after potential Life Orb chip. Maybe it's Scarfed. We're not sure, guys. So, for Farigiraf, you can double up with Psychic. You can get the Archaudon low, but what if the Archaudon protects this turn and the Pelipper goes for a Tailwind to match the Tailwind on the side of Asura? I think it's going to be really close. I'm going to give my I think Graham is in a better position here. If this Dragon Pulse does come out, I think it's cooked. Thunderbolt from the Farigiraf under the Tailwind, gonna be able to get that knockout there. But let's see if the Dragon Pulse is gonna be enough to knock out the Garchomp. I think this is what the game is gonna come down to. It's gonna be the D-Pulse, and it's gonna be into the Garchomp, and it's not gonna be enough. And it looks like it might even live Life Orb chip, which could be important knowing that the Farigiraf Psychic is enough to counteract the leftovers. So do you protect the Garchomp this turn? I don't think so. I think you have to just go for your damage. It's going to be a Stomping Tantrum, and it's going to not be enough on your Archaudon, and it looks like Archaudon might be able to wrap up this game. Garchomp does live the Life Orb recoil. And let's see, Psychic comes out from the Farigiraf. But I think after Protects, I think the Archaudon still wins this, even outside of the rain. Oh, but the special defense drop makes it a little bit more interesting. As the oh no, the Electro Shot. Wait a second. No, Asura is going to win this game, guys. We're going to be going to a game 3 here. Because the Electro Shot calling the Garchomp Protect, going into the Farigiraf. Absolute miscalculation here, because you had the game on lock with the Dragon Pulse, but now the Garchomp living the Life Orb chip just changed the game completely. And even with the Tailwind petering out, never have gotten that set up with the Pelipper means that this Stomping Tantrum will come in, and even at +2 now, the combination of the Psychic with the special defense drop and the Stomping Tantrum chip damage will knock out this Archaudon. So I think we're going to be going to a game 3. Really, really interesting to go for the Electro Shot there. I would have... We can see the percentages. I don't think Graham can, so maybe thinking that the Garchomp was going to go down to the Life Orb chip and trying to get that extra damage with the Electro Shot. But I think a little bit of an oversight there, because the Stomping Tantrum does come in and knock out the Archaudon, y'all. Leave a like on the stream. That was hype as fuck. One misplay changed the complete game, because I think the Archaudon had that shit in the bag with the leftovers, even with the special defense drop. It would have been close, but I do think he had it. Asura is going to win game 2, and we're going to go into a game 3. Asura pulling it out, and let's see what goes on. Am I streaming Tuesday? Likely am going to be streaming Tuesday, but we'll see how Tuesday goes. I've been kind of streaming whenever. They're getting ready for game 3 here. It is 1-1 right now, and they're going to be hopping into game 3. I do think the Frostlass mode was the right call there. Also, in our other best of 3, Quen is up 1-0 right now. But this is our game 3 of our top 4 match in our 3rd Sunday tournament. So, very exciting to see who's going to end up pulling this one out and what's going to pop down. I'm pretty sure he could see opponent's percentage. If he had the stream up, he could, but I'm not also sure that he was able to. I need to check something on my phone really fast before we get into this last round. I do think, however, he brought the right mode using that Frostlass mode. Just being able to get rid of the Archaudon more effectively and threaten damage onto the Archaudon earlier was a really cool strategy. But yeah, we're in our top four right now. This is game three. We have the Pelipper, Metagross, Sableye, Arcaudon, Swampert, and Whimsicott going up against that team of Incineroar, Whimsicott, Garchomp, Mawile, Farigiraf, and the Frostlass. The Farigiraf having the Thunderbolt is a huge deal. Let's see what leads are going to be. Okay, so it's going to be that Frostlass and that Whimsicott again, going up against the Swampert and the Sableye. So, same leads from the last game. Let's see how each player wants to adapt now, knowing that the Swampert has the Poison Jab. Are we going to do the same play? Maybe you just fire off a raw Blizzard before Mega Evolving with the Frostlass. Maybe you just Mega Evolve and say, I think you're going to get up screens first. There's a lot of different ways that this game could play out, but the shape of the game will be decided by this first turn. We know the potential of these leads, and we're going to find out right away what is going to pop down immediately. So let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be really interesting to see, but hopefully everybody's having a great Sunday out there, and hopefully this is a good start. We have, some new players in Top Cut. Somebody's going to take it home, and we don't have any one of our champions in it, and when you win, you get a tag in the Discord of a grand champion, and our first 8 grand champions are going to be in a tournament in a few months, so that'll be exciting. Long-term plans, guys. We're gonna see the Mega Evolution on the Frostlass turn 1. Opting to go ahead and Mega Evolve this turn and say fuck that, I'm not gonna let you sit there and do this. Are we gonna see a raw Rain Dance in Protector? What are we gonna do? The Frostlass doesn't live with the hail, but we're just going to see the light screen, kind of like I said. Asura saying, look, I don't think you're going to Rain Dance this turn. You didn't really get much out of it last turn. Frostlass does go for the Blizzard, maybe trying to get that knockout on the Sableye on turn 1, which could be absolutely huge, but I'm not sure the Moonblast. Oh, it goes into the Swampert. Okay, so trying to split damage there and just get big damage down on the Swampert. Really interesting. Now, are we going to see a Tailwind and Destiny Bond is the question. Definitely could come out. It's just really interesting. We're going to see the Rain Dance from the Sableye. No priority moves coming out from the Frostlass. Are we just going to see a raw Wave Crash? No, we're going to see a Poison Jab. So another risky call by Asura saying, I don't think you're going to target my Frostlass. I could Tailwind in Destiny Bond, and you're not going to let that happen. Are we going to see a Poison come out? No Poison. Raw Blizzard. Swampert avoids. Sableye does get hit, though. Are we going to see the Sableye go down this turn? It could be really pivotal for the game. Yeah, we are going to see the Sableye get KO'd. And with the Sableye going down and the Frostlass staying alive, I do think this gives a good positioning upgrade to Asura. Light Screen is going to have about 6 more turns after this turn. But however, with Arcaudon coming in now, and Pelipper being in the back and the Rain already being set up, Frostlass is in a little bit of a weird spot. Now, I think Swampert would like to trade for Frostlass, but I don't know if I'm Asura if I want to let that happen. Personally, I might want to get the Frostlass out, maybe switch in to my Farigiraf or something like that. Maybe even Garchomp. It's going to be the Farigiraf, though, wanting to keep that damage around for our Arcaudon. Are we going to see a Protect from the Whimsicott? Yes, we are. So I'm a little bit, yeah, so the Wave Crash comes out into the Whimsicott, not wanting to get Destiny Bonded, and we're going to see an Electro Shot. I wonder if this is going to be going into the Whimsicott as well, or if it's going to be going into that Frostlass slot. I'd like to see it go in to the Farigiraf right now, which was the Frostlass, and we are going to see that come out, do some big damage. And yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting is now on another Electro Shot, we threaten a double knockout this turn. We could see a Tailwind play, but I think even in Tailwind, Swampert is going to be faster than a Farigiraf and is going to threaten a knockout. And it looks a little bit sketchy for Asura now because given the Pelipper hasn't hit the field yet, the Farigiraf doesn't really want to die yet. Farigiraf wants to be able to deal with that, but with the Arcaudon already stacking up, even without the damage modifiers, it could be difficult to get rid of one of these guys on this turn. Actually, it might be impossible. So we have some absolute units on the side of Graham, and I don't quite know if we have enough damage to deal with it. We're going to see a Tailwind come out. No Protect from either Mon. We could just see a double knockout this turn as a Wave Crash comes out into that Farigiraf for the knockout. And there's not really much that we can do about this. I think we're going to have to rely on hitting some raw Blizzards as Flash Cannon comes out and tops off that Whimsicott, absolutely glazing on it. So if it is the Garchomp and the Frostlass in the back, I think it could be really tough to deal with the Pelipper in the back. So after a pretty good start, I think Graham positioned this very well to win, not only win the Weather War, but have a bunch of damage threats on the field. And I do think that you have to go for raw Blizzards at this point. It's just a little bit interesting. Is a Stomping and a Blizzard going to knock out the Archaudon? Who wants to switch out? Maybe you just switch the Pelipper in for the Archaudon, sacrifice the damage boost and say that, hey, I'm going to get a knockout on your Frostlass this turn with a Wave Crash, because Garchomp doesn't threaten to knock out there. And you can't really do much about that, and I think that would be your best course of action through this storm. However, the Frostlass protects, you call out, you get the Archaudon's actually going to go ahead and protect. Are we going to see a double up into the Swampert to call that out with a Dragon Claw and a Blizzard? If we do, it could swap the game momentum over again. But I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. We see the Dragon Claw into the Archaudon, predicting the Pelipper to switch in there. And the Wave Crash actually goes into the Garchomp, though. So going to take some rough skin damage, and the Garchomp's going to stay alive. Very interesting kind of call out there. As now, it's actually tough. I think Asura's got a shot here. He needs to call if the Archaudon is going to stay in, and he needs to knock out the... Oh, man, this is tough. Also, we need Blizzard to hit. We need Blizzard to hit on whoever switches out, because Asura's Tailwind is up. It just depends on what... It's going to be the Swampert switching out. So going into the Pelipper for that slot. Are we going to see the Stomping and Blizzard hit? What's going to happen here, guys? Blizzard comes out, double connects, bringing the Archaudon low, but I don't know if that's low enough. The Frostlass doesn't seem to be modest or damage boosting, as Stomping does come out into the Archaudon, calling it correctly, but it's not going to be enough. And I think with that, and the stamina boost, I think Swampert is going to take it in the back, as long as we pick up an... Oh, we go for the Frostlass. But it is enough for the KO. And yeah, with that, guys, Garchomp cannot take out each and every one of these guys in one turn. You're going to need a combination of flinches and triple protects, and I just don't know if Asura has the damage. This is kind of a back and forth game, but with that last call and that Archaudon being absolutely bulked out, it looks like Graham is going to be going into our top cut. As long as we just attack with every Mon on every turn, I think we're just fine. Dragon Claw comes out into the Pelipper. No protect on the Archaudon, and it looks like we're going to see the match win for Graham here, as the Life Orb chip comes out and the Dragon Pulse comes out to finish it up. So congratulations to Graham, moving forward into our top cut finals, actually. It's going to be Graham versus Quen in the finals. So that was a really great best of three. I think it was really back and forth. Both teams were really cool, and they both had a lot of stuff going for them. But with that, guys, it will be Graham versus Quen, our 1 versus 2 seed. Let's see who's going to pull it out. I'll give them just a minute to go to the bathroom or do anything that they need to do. But if it was freeze dry, I would have been Raps, but I wouldn't have made it this far without my goats, dude. Yep, no, dude, thanks for coming out. Thanks for trying, bro. And we'll have other tournaments in the future. And let's see between Graham and Quen what's popping down. They're probably just finishing up their match right now, saying what they're saying to each other, saying good luck, have fun, GG's. Looks like we got GG, well played. It'll be really good to see what's going to pop down in our last best of 3 of the day. Everybody get your snacks, get everything that you need. And yeah, give the tournament a thumbs up on Battlefy if you enjoyed it. Give the stream a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to be in our next tournaments. Join in the Discord. And Graham is waiting on Quen right now. They're going to get started very, very soon. and I'm excited to see who's gonna take it home, boys. So hopefully everybody did enjoy this tournament. I had a lot of fun myself playing in my first one. I know I should just be streaming everybody else, but guys, I want to have fun too. Thanks for bearing with any of the issues. I think we did a really good job in this tournament, and I appreciate everybody being on time. And I think we did good with getting anybody that needed to be dropped immediately so that everybody had a chance to play. There was some hiccups here and there, but there's always going to be hiccups in tournaments. There's always going to be no-shows, and there's not really much that I could do about it. So thanks for bearing with me, and I appreciate everybody. And I appreciate y'all helping me get it done fast. And Dabalski lost to Quinn. Okay, so who do we got? I would have played, but unfortunately I'm at work and do not have days off on Sundays. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, get the money. Got to get the money somehow. So, okay, looks like they're getting ready to hop in the room right now. We are going to be going. This is our last best of 3 of the day. This is our top 2. Get hyped up. But yeah, appreciate all y'all for making this happen. Without y'all, we wouldn't have tournaments every day. So I'm really happy to have gotten this cooked up. Tonight, I might treat myself with a milkshake for getting everything done. I got a music video to film after this. Y'all save your hype points for that. It's going to be fucking lit. And yeah, it looks like Quinn is going to be joining the room very, very soon. Yo, Swain TV. How do you deal with Mega Raichu? So that team was made before Mega Raichu existed. I think with that team, you probably want to rely on the King Gambit or maybe getting your Palafin in position to get a knockout with that. Let's go hop in. Let's go over the teams, see what's popping down between Graham and Quen here. So Quen's team is Tyranitar, Excadrill, Serena, Goldango, Rotom, and Pidgeot. An absolute banger of a team going up against Graham's hard rain team with Pelipper, Metagross, Sableye, Arcaludon, Swampert, and Whimsicott. Now, this is really cool. I actually really like Graham's team. I actually really like Quen's team too. We have a traditional weather war here between sand and water. Typically, rain teams have a matchup advantage into that. And we also have manual rain set up with that Sableye that we saw in our last match. But don't want to reveal too many of the tricks on Graham's team. The Serena, definitely really cool coming out from Quen. Has a lot of grass coverage to deal with stuff like Swampert. You have Rotom that could potentially have Will-O-Wisp. Most likely a Mega Tyranitar, but the Pidgeot, what the fuck's going on with the Pidgeot? Do we have Mega Pidgeot, potentially? It's Mega Bird? Y'all, stay hyped for the Mega Bird. It's going to be lit. Let's see how both trainers want to approach this match. Who's going to get clapped and who's going to stay strapped? We got the Serena in the Rotom lead. Maybe something of a bit telegraphed, knowing how you want to play into rain teams. And we have Swampert and Sableye. The lead that we saw from Graham last match. And I would actually say I like this lead coming from Quen. Leading off saying your Swampert is not going to get going. Could have been a little bit risky into a Metagross, but I really, really like this matchup here. You got to be really careful if you're Graham, not just to get your Swampert fucked up from the beginning. Probably wanting to switch into this Arcaludon here to get a defense boost, but we'll see where the damage is coming back into. It's going to be a double swap, actually, saying I'm going to save this mode for the back. Let me get my Pelipper in next to my Arcaludon, and we'll get cooking that way. So Serena is going to go for the U-turn onto the Pelipper, breaking any potential sash or anything and repositioning for the future. Are we going to see a Tyranitar switch to override that rain right from the jump? And what are we going to see with the Rotom doing? It's going to be the Goldango coming in here and a Will-O-Wisp coming into the Arcaludon. So not activating that stamina, but pretty much getting rid of the leftovers, which is really nice for Quen. So I think a really good turn to stay safe and stay sane and not let the Arcaludon get out of control, guys. Let's see how they want to approach this in the future. We do not have a Tyranitar hitting the field yet. I wonder if we'll see that coming in. Do you really want to go for an Electro Shot knowing that that might come in? But a Tyranitar switch would also shut off the Pelipper's ability to do big damage to the Goldango. Maybe giving a potential setup opportunity to the boy here. We're going to see the Pelipper switch out back probably into that Swampert. Yeah, Swampert does come back in here. Has not Mega Evolved yet, as the Rotom does go for the Thunderbolt, but it's not going to affect the Swampert. We're going to see a nasty plot come out for the Goldango, saying, I don't think you're going to go for an Electro Shot, knowing I might have Tyranitar in the back. We're just going to see a Flash Cannon doing minimal damage to the Rotom, calling out that Tyranitar, and the Goldango is now set up. So it's very interesting to see. Now, we know the Rotom is faster, so if our Cowdon opts to switch out here into Pelipper, we have 100% weather control on the side of Graham right now. You want to be careful with your Goldango, but I think you could just fire off a Will-O-Wisp into the Swampert, stay in with Goldango, and just protect. But do you want to call that out if you're Graham and go for an Electro Shot to start getting a damage boost? I'm not quite sure. It's a risky position for both players right now. So let's see how they want to approach it. The Sableye is going to come in for, it looks like, the Swampert. And the Goldango is going to go for that Protect, seeing that opportunity for that Earthquake coming out from the Swampert, as the Will-O-Wisp does go into the Sableye. So spreading status around. However, if this Sableye does have something like an Encore, you can now lock this Goldango in, which could be very strange. And the Electro Shot does come out saying, look, you're not going to switch into your fucking Tyranitar. I know I win the Weather War on this turn if I switch out my Arcaudon. Let me just get boosted up a little bit more. And that does go into the Goldango slot, though. So the Rotom's staying alive, staying healthy. I wonder what we're going to see coming out here. So we have two burns. Our Cowdon hasn't been boosted at all, but we don't know if the Sableye does have anything like an Encore. So we have not seen that yet on stream. And this is closed team sheet, so maybe we'll see it right now. With the Good as Gold ability, though, you're going to ignore the Encore, I believe. So, does it work like that? Can you still get Encored if you're a Goldango? I'm not really sure. But either way, we're going to learn something new every single day. I should know that. But let's see what's going to pop down here. I'm honestly a little bit confused. We could also see a Serena switch in on the thing of the Rotom if you know that Encore does affect that Goldango. We could just see a Shadow Ball coming out. But the Sableye is just going to go for the Light Screen. And the Rotom's going to stay in here and go for the Hydro Pump, but going to miss the Sableye. As another nasty plot comes out from the Goldango. So now Goldango is stacked all the way up. And the Make It Rains are really going to be hurting. Let's see where the Electro Shot chooses to hit into. If Goldango lives the Electro Shot, I wouldn't be surprised if a Shadow Ball, if it's Spell Tag or something like that, is going to be able to knock out this Arcaudon. It's actually Leftovers Goldango, really investing into that bulk, but you're letting this Arcaudon really get boosted up, and I think it's going to be interesting to see when that damage is really going to come out. Are we going to see a Protect on the Arcaudon side this turn to get around something like a Make It Rain or a Shadow Ball? Even though it's resisted and Light Screen is up, Goldango at +4 is very scary, but we shall see. Sableye is going to also just go take this turn to get up Reflect as well. And let's see what's going to pop out from the Goldango. It's going to be Hydro Pump. It's going to be going down into Arcaudon, trying to get it in range of a potential Shadow Ball here. Let's see what the Goldango is going to be going for. We've seen all this setup. How much is the +4 Shadow Ball going to do the Arcaudon? Ooh, it's not going to be enough. A really bulky Arcaudon here, as Electro Shot is going to come out. But now the Arcaudon being very low puts it in range of something like another Hydro Pump. And even if the Goldango does go down this turn, do we actually have enough damage? But it goes into the Rotom, keeping the Goldango alive. Very interesting play. Is now the Serena can come back onto the field with the rain stopping. And I think this Goldango, it just is at, just can go for a Make It Rain and maybe wrap up both of the Pokemon on the field at +4. Definitely going to knock out the Sableye and the Arcaudon. But are we just going to see a Shadow Ball? Maybe the Serena switch in? Not being able to go for those priority moves is huge here. Tyranitar hits the field, though. Very interesting. Now, I guess if you are Mega Tyranitar, you can override that weather at any point. Maybe saying, hey, look, I'm going to get a Dragon Dance up this turn, and I'm going to make it rain no matter what you do. So let's see. Let's see exactly how we want to sequence this. But I think if you're Quen, you can go for the make it rain. You could also get really greedy if you think the Archaeodon's going to protect and go for that nasty plot. Just going to be a rain dance. Are we going to see the make it rain come out? Rain dance does come out. And we're going to see a Shadow Ball. We're going to see a fucking Shadow Ball. Are we going to see the Tyranitar reveal it's faster than the Archaeodon? We are. Knockoff comes out, and it's enough damage. Okay, so no Dragon Dance. But we will see that. And now you can overwrite the weather at any point, and I do believe the Shadow Ball could be close to getting a knockout onto the Swampert. But mainly, if you're Quen, you really want to be getting rid of this Pelipper so that your Serena can beat the Swampert in the back. But we do know that Graham's Swampert has the Poison Jab. So we have to be very careful and watch out for that. No Mega T-Tar yet is really smart because now you can override that weather right now. Guarantee that your Goldango is going to be the fastest thing on the field. We don't know if the Pelipper has Protect. So I know you want to chip that guy off the field, but is it in the cards? No Mega Swampert yet either, and no way of getting more weather up. Quen is playing this, I think, out of his mind right now, but there's still an opportunity for Graham to pick the right moves and win the game. You have your Pelipper next to your Swampert, and are we going to see the Tyranitar right? We are. So the Sand is going to be taking the field. Chip damage is going to be going on to the Pelipper. Yo, Cheesy, what's good? We're in the finals right now. It's Sand versus Rain. Stream has started. Stream is started. Hello, Mayo. Swampert. Mega Swampert is here. Dude, all good, Cheesy Man. No worries. Swampert's going to go ahead and protect itself this turn. Interesting choice. We're going to see a Make It Rain come out onto this Pelipper. And at +4, how much damage is this going to do? It's a complete knockout. It's a complete knockout, and I think that just changes the tides of the game completely. Through the light screen, at +4, I think it's cooked. I think Graham might be falling here. With the Serena in the back, typically Serenas are going to be faster than Mega Swampert, and it's going to be a forfeit, and Quen is going to win Game 1. Let's go ahead and give Quen the Game 1 win. And yeah, that was a crazy match. RM1, you have missed the whole tournament, but we are in the finals right now, so you came for the most important part of the stream itself. Let's see if Graham's going to be able to force a Game 3 or if Quen is going to be able to take it home right now. I think that was an excellently played matchup in the rain. It looked a little bit sketchy for a second, but just being able to pull it off in the end was really, really fucking dope. Leave a like on the stream if you have enjoyed this tournament. Cheesy, yes, I played. I went 3-2. I lost. Hydreigon missed a Snarl in my last match to Asura, who got in our top 4. So I could have made it in, but I just wasn't there. I ran Mega Kangaskhan with a bunch of like underused guys under the top 30. But yeah, let's see what's going to pop down here in this last game. It looks like Quen is preparing to get into the queue. We might be having some room communication issues, but let's get it in. Quen is like probably thinking about the matchup right now. And let's see what's going to pop down. If it's updating for me, I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, cool. So they're getting into the battle right now. Let's hop into our last game. Y'all put in the comments who you want to see take this match home. Who do you want to win? And how do you want to see it happen? We have the Pelipper, Metagross, Sableye, Archaeodon, Swampert, and Whimsicott. Rain team into Quen's Sand team of Excadrill, Tyranitar, Serena, Goldango, Rotom, and Pidgeot. I got my money. I'm going to be honest. The way Quen played that first round was great. I think Graham's going to make some adjustments. I got Graham winning this game, but I think Quen is going to take it. Beta Brett, hey man, you play in a lot of tournaments. You're going to miscut a lot. Pokemon's a very volatile game. Always be having fun. I think I love the creativity on both of these teams of having double Prankster and then having the Serena and the Goldango and the fucking Pidgeot is crazy. Okay, going in to our final, potentially our final match. But this is our top two right now. Stay strapped or get clapped. It's going to be Serena and Rotom lead coming out again. Are we going to see a changeup of a Metagross? No, we're going to see Arcaludon and Sableye hit the field immediately. So wanting to say, hey, look, if you want to go with that same lead, you're going to be going into my Arcaludon immediately. And Dabrowski also wants Quen to win. It looks like Rain is a little bit of an underdog right now. I remember Quen kicking my shit before. I think he's going to win. Okay, shit. The bird is really cool. I don't know if we're going to see it in this matchup. I don't know if it has the best matchup. There's no Sneasler or anything like that to deal with. So we'll have to see how this shakes down. But it's going to be the Rain Dance immediately from the Sableye, setting up that Rain for the next 5 turns, unless that Tyranitar wants to come in. And we're going to see Serena U-turn. And I wonder if we're going to see the U-turn straight into the Tyranitar here. And if we do, is that going to be called out by Graham? Or are you going to catch this Arcaludon electro-shotting? It's actually going to be the Goldango coming in immediately. Will-O-Wisp going into the Arcaludon to neutralize those leftovers. Definitely a game plan that I think Quen has made going into Rain teams to make sure we can get through the Arcaludon. And we're just going to see the Electro Shot. Would have loved to see the Tyranitar come in to stall that out. But at the same time, it would have been the same thing next turn, and you would have had to call the Protects either way. So we're going to see the Electro Shot, and it's going to be going straight into that Rotom. So keeping the Goldango healthy, but Rotom taking a lot of damage, and it's going to be at risk of going down to another one after another boost. So we have to be very careful of that. Are we going to see a Tyranitar switch in this turn? I'm not quite sure. If you want to be at a tournament in the future, make sure to join in our Discord and keep tabs on the Sunday tourneys section. Our next one will probably be 2 weeks from now. So if you do forget about it, make sure to put your notifications on the channel. We'll be talking about it. So I actually think here Graham's in a really good position. Getting that Electro Shot off turn 1 means our Cowdon is going to be boosted, and even moves like Dragon Pulse and Flash Cannon moving forward are pretty much going to be hitting at that +1 status. Our Cowdon has been burned, but at the same time, a Rain Dance comes in, but it doesn't really push the envelope too much as Hydro Pump comes out into the Sableye, and without Screen, Sableye is going to be brought very low right now. Nasty plot coming in from Goldango, but are we just going to see a +2 Electro Shot going into that Goldango slot? It's going to be the Electro Shot, but where is it targeting? Let's see where it's going to be targeting. I think the Electro Shot might be coming down into the Goldango right now, but where is it targeting? It's going to be into that Goldango. Are we going to live? We are going to live with 20% HP. Leftovers are going to activate, and this Goldango is stacking up. Now, we know through Light Screen, this Arcaludon doesn't take too much damage. But are we going to call out a Protect on the Goldango's part this turn? Or what are we going to see? Sableye is walled by Goldango. It cannot do anything to it, but Sableye wants to support its own squad. Do you want to switch into Swampert here? Maybe you want to get a Will-O-Wisp into that Sableye slot in case he switches out into Swampert itself. Goldango is going to Protect, calling out an Electro Shot or Dragon Pulse going into that slot. A Sableye goes for another Rain Dance, making sure that this Arcaludon is able to stack up damage, but Sableye is going to go down to the Thunderbolt right here. Leftovers Goldango is pretty nice right here. An Electro Shot, where is it going to be targeting? A knockout on the Rotom would be huge for Graham right now, but no Light Screen getting up in this game makes it a lot sketchier for the Arcaludon's survivability, even only with Goldango at +2. So Goldango's Leftovers are going to activate, and you can't really go into Pelipper here. At Goldango at +2 with them Leftovers, I don't think Shadow Ball is going to be able to get a knockout on either one of these guys. But if you go into Swampert here, you can kind of just click Earthquake, and it's just interesting. Because like, if you go into Swampert, and Earthquake does come out, what if the Tyranitar switches in for the Goldango? And then, oh, it's going to be the Pelipper switch in. Very interesting switch by Graham, maybe wanting to get a Tailwind set up for the rest of the game, maybe wanting to use that Wide Guard to stop a potential Make It Rain, but only at +2. I don't know if you want to go for Make It Rain right now, boosting up that Arcaludon's defense. If you're Quen, you have to find a way to damage this Arcaludon, or it's going to stack up and just wreak havoc on the rest of the game. The Rotom is going to be switching out for the Tyranitar this turn, overriding that weather on this turn. Are we going to see the Pelipper also switch out? No switch out. Shadow Ball going down into Archaladon, wanting to get that big damage down. And Archaladon does live with 19% HP. So it will be stuck there for the rest of the game as Pelipper does set up that Tailwind. And are we going to see a Dragon Pulse come out to knock out this Goldango? It's going to be an Electro Shot. A little bit of an oversight on Graham's side because now a double protect kind of stalls that out. But you could also just double attack. I mean, it depends. I mean, Pelipper can't knock out Goldango after all these leftovers. So, yeah, I mean, it has to be going into that Goldango slot. But do you want to just keep that pressure up with the Goldango? Maybe go for a Make It Rain to top off the Archaladon and then deal with the Pelipper and the Serena last? Like, I think Quen's in a great position. He could just double attack here. Knowing that we can deal with the Pelipper with the Rotom, we could deal with the Swampert with the Serena. And I think once you get rid of the Archaladon, it's cooked. And the Archaladon has to attack this turn. It can't switch out. It can't do anything like that. I think Graham might fall to Quen here. As long as we just see a double attack come out. Because you have to choose one or the other. I don't even know if an Electro Shot at +3 is going to knock out this Tyranitar in the sand with that special defense boost. Swampert's going to switch in, or Metagross is going to switch in, totally changing the dynamic of the game. And Electro Shot is going to fire down into the Goldango. And what are we going to see the Tyranitar going for this turn? So with the Tailwind up, can Tyranitar knock out the Archaladon with the defense boost? It is going to be a low kick, and it is going to knock out the Archaladon. It is going to knock out the Archaladon, but it definitely changes the complexion of the game. But I don't know with the Archaladon being knocked down, I don't know how you deal with the Rotom. Tyranitar can Mega Evolve. Metagross can knock it out. Yeah, so I think the Rotom comes in here. I think its main task first is going to be to knock out the Pelipper. I think once you knock out the Pelipper, making sure Metagross has to deal with the guys alone, but if you're Quen, do you want to protect the Tyranitar and risk getting doubled up with something like a Psychic Fangs or in a Hurricane into the Rotom potentially for the knockout because that Citrus Berry's already been consumed? It could be a very interesting endgame. You definitely want to Mega Evolve the Tyranitar regardless here to make sure that that weather doesn't stay up, neutering damage. We're going to see the Metagross go ahead and Mega Evolve. And let's see, guys, who in the chat right now, who you got? Who do you got winning this game? I think it's going to be really close. I think Quen might have it though. Rotom's going to protect, calling that out. Are we going to see a double protect here? We're going to see a double protect. So not leaving the option open of choosing one or the other, saying, I want to see what you want to go for. It is going to be that double up into the Rotom, it looks like. And yeah, Quen's trying to stall out that Tailwind for later so that the Serena come in can potentially be faster than the Pelipper. I'd like to see the Mega Evolution on the Tyranitar this turn. Go ahead and rip that Mega Evolution to make sure that you are going to live. And yeah, I think if he does have the Iron Head, he can knock out the Tyranitar. But we did predict the Tyranitar to protect next turn, but the double protect, stalling up Tailwind is also very smart. Quen's just playing it really safe right now. I do think he's in a good spot. I think if you get a single Rock Slide off into this Pelipper and the sand gets on the field, you're in a really good spot. I think as well, if you can get a knockout with a Thunderbolt onto the Pelipper, you're also in a really good spot. You could also Will-O-Wisp the Metagross, but if you miss, you risk losing some momentum here. Tyranitar does go ahead and Mega Evolve. Getting that Sand Stream up is going to chip the Pelipper for the rest of the game. It's also going to chip the Rotom. Pelipper goes for Protect this turn, so revealing the Protect in Game 2. And do we see a double up here? It's going to be the Iron Head into the Tyranitar, but it's not going to be enough for the knockout. Are we going to see a Will-O-Wisp? We are going to see a Will-O-Wisp into the Metagross, and that could be disastrous for getting rid of this Rotom. As when the Tailwind does expire, you can just Thunderbolt freely into that slot, as Rock Slide Chip is also going to come out, covering. Oh, but it's going to miss the Metagross. Pelipper is going to get buffeted by a Sandstorm. But I think if you're Quen this turn, I think you just go for the knockout onto the Pelipper. I think you double attack as Tailwind does peter out. And it looks like, yeah, Tailwind's gone. So I think you just go for the double attack and you need to knock out the Pelipper. I think once you knock out the Pelipper, you have to rely that your full health Serena, along with whatever scraps you have left on your team, has enough damage to deal with the Metagross. You could go for a knockoff and a Hydro Pump or a Thunderbolt into the Metagross, but is it going to be enough damage? Metagross is bulky as fuck, but it is burnt now. So it'll be very interesting. This is our finals, guys. This is game 2. Quen has won game 1 already. So this could be the final game if Graham cannot find a way through. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to shake down. I think, though, that the odds are in Quen's favor right now, as that does come out. And the Thunderbolt comes out, and that's going to totally top off the Pelipper. And if we see a knockoff here, I think it could be impossible for this Metagross to make a comeback. It's just going to be a Rock Slide, though, covering for whatever's going to happen. But that chip damage on Metagross is very important. And knowing what we know now, we know that the Rotom can get knocked out to Psychic Fangs. I think you just double protect. I think Quen is 4-1 currently. Graham is 5-0. So we could be taking down the Titan right now in the finals of this tournament. It's going to be the Iron Head predicting to protect, but no protect. Quen putting on that inverse pressure. And are we going to see a Thunderbolt for that guaranteed damage plus the burn this turn? Yep. No risking with the Hydro Pump. Just taking the Thunderbolt and one more attack with the burn, even from the Serena, should knock out the Metagross. And I don't think the Metagross has enough damage to deal with the Serena. So I think you can just double protect this turn. If you're Quen, get the Metagross even a little bit lower and then force him into a position to where now he has to worry about the burn, chip, damage. And we could see the end of this tournament right now as Quen is absolutely taking the tournament by storm with this Metagross team. We're just going to see a low kick for the knockout right into the Metagross. And congratulations to Quen. Everybody, leave a like on the stream for Quen's ultimate victory. Quen, I will be tagging you with that grand champion in our Discord. If you want to be in a tournament in the future, make sure to join our Discord. Quen, very good set from you. Graham, you also played excellently. I think Quen just had the lines into these rain teams. Even with the manual rain setup, it was just very hard, and not being able to get in position to do massive damage with the Earthquake was absolutely ridiculous. Owen, congratulations, man. I am happy that you were able to take the win. I will be tagging you later. Graham, thank you for participating, man. You had a great tournament as well. And thank you to everybody out there that helped to make this happen. Minton, you had the same team. Yo, that's ridiculous. But no, I appreciate everybody for participating. It was a really fun tournament. Thanks for everybody coming out. Hopefully, we'll see some more people in our next tournament. I won't be capping it. I'll probably bring it up to like 64. We built together, so a semifinal gave them some extra knowledge, probably. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But, hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate everybody trying everything out. And we're just going to go ahead and end the stream here, guys. But hopefully everybody has a great rest of your Sunday. And thank you to everybody that participated or that just chilled out and watched the stream. Leave a like on the stream. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some more people in our next tournament. And maybe I'll put a poll out for when y'all want to have the tournament start next time. Because I know this time I just chose 12 because it kind of worked out with my day. But thank you, everybody. I hope everybody has a great day. And shout out Owen. Give him some love in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next stream and the next video. So peace out, guys.